For drink of water.
Welcome to the Liberal 12th Man Show. We are going to be putting on our punching gloves for today. Again, this is not an advocation or condonance of violence in any form. It is purely just having a little fun with it. That's all. But there are some players out there in the world that you just feel like you could give a knuckle sandwich to, basically, if you had the opportunity to, because they're just so deplorable. And we are going to discuss that. We are going to come up with a combined 11 of the most punchable faces, as Brian likes to call it, or I'm calling it the most deplorable players that we can come up with. And I think it should be a fun show because yesterday was a good one. We have a great show lined up for you tomorrow as well. So it should be a pretty fun time today. And I'm joined by Lee and the Irishman today. And we also will be joined by JK and Nalante very shortly. But as I said before, we are joined by the Irishman. How are you doing, Irishman?
Yeah, very good. Very good. Last night was great fun. Hopefully we'll do that countries one again. Everybody that was here last night will come back in again, get involved again, because the chat was having fun last night. So make sure you don't miss the next one.
Yeah. The one thing I can say too is that we'll try to get Lee to get a team together just for like laughs and giggles to see what he would come up with. Backstage, we'll do one because JK came on later on and was disappointed he missed out on the fun, so he tried to got his team in there. I still have the dial, so but today again we're going over some of the, I'm calling them the deplorables, but like as in we all know what they are. They're definitely some would say
face is only
not the ones you don't like.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Brian?
Face is only a mother could love. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a good way.
I would go as far as to say that Rodri's face is just annoying, isn't it? It's especially when he's pleading for a decision. It's that face that Rodri does when he's pleading for a decision. It's just, it's terrible, isn't it? Like,
yep, pretty much. We might call in Norm to give him a little karate punch to the face or something like that. Since he's joining us today, big up Norm, big up to Jimmy, big up to Cedric and Trap Joe in the house. And any of those that are just chilling, maybe you're driving or maybe you're at work or maybe you're just hanging out, and just listening along. Hello to you as well. Those that participate, we always look for your contributions in the chat, so we appreciate them. And if you're just going to be along for the ride, we appreciate that too. So big up to everyone in the chat. This is going to be an interesting list. Certainly an interesting list. I was trying to hold off just a little bit so I can bring in JK and Lante into this one. But there are some names. I guess the biggest thing that I guess we could say is, are we going to rate just the people that are currently playing, or are we going to rate players that former players too?
Yeah, I would include former players. Yeah, let people have former players as well. There's bound to be a few that are retired that people have still got in their minds. Like, I know I could probably think of like you think of a few that aren't playing anymore that used to really annoy me. Like,
yeah, open it up all the time. And we have to have a punchable manager as well. Yeah, we have to have a punchable manager.
For sure. You gotta tie it all together.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Lee?
I've been thinking about Zubamendi, not as a punchable face, but just if we could have got that deal over the line, because we've had a great start to the season, but it would have been that bit better if Zubamendi would have came in, wouldn't it? I think. But if Zubamendi was to come in, what would your midfield be? Would it be like Zubamendi, like Gravenberch, like Zubamendi instead of McAllister there? And then what would you do? Would you have McAllister then further forward? Or
you mean if we really did get Zubamendi into the side?
If he came in, our best three midfield, do you reckon it would have been Zubamendi, Gravenberch and McAllister? Put McAllister further forward, like which obviously is now.
Absolutely. It would be I personally think it would be Mac in the 10, would be Zubamendi being next to Gravenberch, and then you'd rotate them with the likes of Cujo or Elliot or Dominic. It would be interesting though if that were to happen, because then it would mean that Dominic would be relegated to a substitute role as opposed to a starting role, which is what he has now. So.
It sounds like a good midfield, that though, doesn't it? Sounds nice. Yeah. That. So is Rodri definitely out for the rest of the season, the whole season?
Pretty much, yeah.
He's not going to come back, is he, in bloody like March, is he, or something like for the last?
He might get a few if he's ahead of schedule. You see, it's like what Norm is saying there. Zubamendi holding Gravenberch in the mid and Mac in the 10. I don't like that at all. I know that's kind of what it would be. That was the first thing that came into my head. Yeah. And it's just like, having seen Grav play the way he plays in this role, I mean, I don't know what he would look like playing in one further forward in the kind of more McAllister type role.
You know, like Gravenberch to play that role, yeah. And McAllister to be behind him.
But even to be honest, I don't like Zubamendi and Gravenberch in the same midfield, is what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, right.
Okay. I think it kind of takes away some of, either if you play more, which we wouldn't have, like a real out and out pivot, you know, where Zubamendi is holding, because Zubamendi's talents are very much in terms of breaking up play and giving the ball. You know, I just think you might kind of take away some of what's making Gravenberch, because Gravenberch's at the base of that pivot. That's an awkward one for me. Norm is saying it's balanced. I don't know if they're all playing in their best position, Norm. I think Gravenberch's best position is where he is now, which is deep and taking the ball from the back four. With Zubamendi in there, that might clutter up that space. I really don't know at all how that would work. I think we definitely wouldn't have seen this version of Gravenberch. You know, so it's kind of easy to say this now because we've seen the emergence of Gravenberch in this role. Yeah, it is hard though.
Tell you what I'm hoping, and I think would be quite fair, if like in Rodri's absence, they keep getting injuries to Kovacic and Gundogan as well. Because remember when Van Dijk was out for the season, all our centre-backs, we only had 3 centre-backs and they were all injured, you know what I mean? We had no one. That's what I want to see happen to them. I want to see it where Gundogan and Kovacic are injured too, or at least one of them for a long period. At least one of them for a long period. Then I want to see how they do if they still win the league.
Actually, he scored the winner for Spain the other night, didn't he? He scored a winner for Spain. But everything I know about him is he's not an expressive player. He's not a creative player. You know, he's much more of a a game, a breaking up the play type player and giving it. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen the guy. It's just like I say, it's very easy to say this now because we've seen this really good version of Gravenberch over the last 8 games. So it's kind of natural. Oh no, he'd be much better. You know, but I take him in the squad, of course.
With I mean, it's bound to have an effect on them. Rodri being out for the rest of the season potentially, if it is the whole season. But like I think he has got enough to still win the league. Like if he does it right. But it's just if he gets injuries now to Kovacic and Gundogan, which one of them do you reckon he'd miss worse for one of them to also go out with a long-term injury?
I think probably right now, actually, Kovacic. It would a couple 2 years ago, it would have been Gundogan by a mile.
Yeah,
but right now, it's specific. And Kovacic is injured. Like he's 30 plus. He's had his knocks. He goes into challenges and tackles. He gets kicks. He will be out. You know, so will the other guy. But don't want to kind of jinx too much because we wake up tomorrow and guess who's got an ankle injury or something.
They'll probably buy.
They will in January.
Cover themselves.
100% they will. Yeah, 100% they'll be doing something in January. Poor what's his name, Mateus Nunes, isn't it, the guy from Wolves? Kind of looking. He was out there giving interviews. I can be the savior. I can do the job. I'm here, Pep. I'm ready to go. And next game out, he's picking Rico Lewis or John Stones or something. This guy's sitting on the bench, just like, what do you got to do? You know.
It has become tiresome seeing them win the league now. It wasn't too bad at first because it was like, these are a brilliant team, and we were right up there with them, but we've dropped off a bit, and it is tiresome to just watch them now. It's like
pretty much.
I wouldn't say that if they hadn't cheated. If they hadn't cheated, I'd say, but I'd be saying, but aren't they brilliant? But it's the cheating thing. You can't get it out your head. You can't separate them from that.
I'd like to know how most of those players really feel. How many of them actually just don't give a shit? How many of them actually kind of feel like it would mean a different? Like I'm sure there's plenty of them there that just don't care as long as they get their money and their titles. But I'm sure there's a few of them there as well that are kind of like, this will kind of stink if this comes out and it's our kind of. They'll never tell you, but I'd love to know. Be a fly on the wall when they're actually told, the players themselves are actually talking about these court cases, and they say like, I mean, how are you going to feel like if we get caught guilty or found guilty? Someone would be like, I don't give a shit. But I'm sure there's someone going, that's kind of
that is something I'd love to hear. Yeah, you're right there. Like being a fly on the wall there would be entertaining because I would love to hear what the players' opinions are of it all. Like which ones are thinking whatever, and which ones are like. Because some players are, do have like a conscience that way, don't they? Most of them just want to get paid, don't they? Win, but
well, if they talk about legacy and all that stuff, well, that's going to be part of your legacy. If they get found guilty, you're going to be one of those guys. So,
yeah, very much so. Very much so. That's going to be their legacy, and they're going to be connected to that team and to the likes of it for a long time. And it's the same for Pep too, as well. I mean, to say that Pep doesn't know what's going on or Pep didn't have any ideas as to, those parts of it are going to be very much in question. So
I really liked him being here at first. I was well into it, like, and would say so, in words, just typing like about him and Klopp, saying how brilliant it is. And it was when it first started, and it went on for ages. It was dead good. I think we knew.
I was just going to say, this isn't the first time Pep has been part of. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was going to say, this isn't the first time Pep has been a part of, allegations or some, I guess you could say, shady undergoings as well. Because I know that Barcelona was a part of a scandal with the bribing of referees or something like that, and the likes. So
this one couldn't be anywhere. It's got worse over time because when the rivalry with Guardiola began and Klopp, like as I say, I just loved it. Like the two playing their football, going at it like that. But as time's gone on, we've learned more and more about how badly they've cheated. Like, and I mean, like hardly bothering to cover it up properly. They were so confident it seems, and it hasn't spoiled the whole thing. It's a pain in the arse, like, isn't it? You don't want it. We don't want it in football, like, so I have to have this. Well,
Yeah.
we've got it.
I said it the other night, man. That's what we got into the game for. It wasn't to argue about court cases, to watch players score goals and, you know, all the good stuff. But they've kind of dragged it down into that. Pep Diddy, that's a good one, Joe. You paid your rent for the week with that one. Pep Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah, very much so. Very much so. What do we I guess, like, I saw some of the answers that, or some of the things that people are bringing up, and I get what your concerns are about Gravenberch possibly being in a back pivot with a Zubimendi, but I think that I strongly think that people are undervaluing Dominic's role or his contribution on the pitch. I understand the fact that Dominic isn't scoring and isn't giving assists and scoring and doing the likes of a lot of what we'd like to see, but he has been a consistent work engine when it comes to being a player that is always on the motor, you know, tracking back a lot. You know, I would love to see what his percentage, or what is like his you know, how much pitch he covers when he is on the pitch, because he is a player that simply is important, because he ends up normally being the one of the players that gives us at least the numerical advantage or coverage when we do get countered or when we do have to play defense. And
I'm
I
happy
think that
with him
people are
so far in a slightly new role. I'm happy with him so far, but there are fans that aren't happy because he isn't scoring or making assists in every game. But I think he will improve, like, because they've all got to settle into this new. It is a bit new in it, and like we've got to give them a bit more time to see who's got what and who hasn't got what. Has Gravenberch been starting for Holland, has he, in the recent games?
Yeah. If anything, it's good to see he is starting, but it is at the same time, I kind of don't want to see him get overused. That's just in minutes. I mean, we're using him quite a bit now, and he's become such a substantial, you know, portion of our offense or our team in general, so that we're going to, you know, tend to use him on the regular. And now with Holland using them on the regular, you know, using him in the starting lineup and getting good quality minutes out of him as well, important minutes for them.
He's been
it's a little bit much. It might be a little bit too much.
Standout player, hasn't he? Gravenberch in slots early rain. He's been the best player on the pitch, like, so far, Gravenberch.
Well, no, I'm just interested. Why did you get rid of Dom then when you were bringing in Zubi? In your midfield, you said it'd be Dom.
Me earlier?
No, 12 man. You said you'd put Dom in the. If you were bringing Zubi, it'd be Zubi.
Oh no, I was just going by what he said. I was just going by what Lee said. Like, in the sense of, Lee said, if Zubimendi was playing, where would you put?
Yeah,
where would you
exactly?
put him?
But Dom lost out.
The reason why is McAllister obviously is out of the. As much as I love Gravenberch, I mean, like, McAllister has been playing at this level or playing at the, you know, this above level since last year. So
but did you
he's
not
someone
take
that I wouldn't drop. And now,
but was just to be sure, your midfield was Zubi, Grav, and Mac, right?
Only if we're doing the Zubi, only because of his scenario. I wouldn't.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, I understand the question. Yeah,
I wouldn't start Zubimendi. I wouldn't start Zubimendi.
Yeah. Well, look, again, I don't know. I don't want to go down this road of us making excuses for underperforming attacking players by highlighting their work rate and how many blades of grass they cover. I mean, we've been here before with guys like that's the minimum expectation. I mean, Arne Slot has come in and said this. Like, Dom's numbers need to go up when you're an attacking midfielder for a team like Liverpool. So I'm not like, I think maybe the best thing that might happen to Dom was to lose his place for a month. and for him to realize that you do need to perform here. You do need to actually start adding in your numbers, because that's what you'd be judged on at the end of the season. Not my words. And to give him a reboot, because we see he scored for Hungary. We know this guy can contribute a lot of goals and assists. It's not that we're crying out for him to do something. He can do this. So I wouldn't be at all, like I said last time, if Elliot had been fit, I think Dom would have gotten a game out in the limelight, just a weekend off, basically. And Elliot, because he can play that role really well, I think, Elliot. So, but I think, after a while, you're putting in the work, that's great. Everybody appreciates the work, everybody loves the work, everybody sees the work. But at the end of the day, you're also in the team to make a contribution at the other end. So he will have to step up, but I don't doubt that he can. I just think he's played a hell of a lot of football since he's come here. Yeah, I think he's played an awful lot of football since he came here, and he might just need a couple of weeks out to kind of refresh, like what happened with Ibu. Ibu loses his place to Kwanzaa, and he comes back twice player. He comes back twice as good. So if he can get a situation like that with Dom, but there's people out there calling for him to be sold. I'm nowhere even near that. Nowhere even near that kind of talk.
It's over the top, that.
But we know he's had issues off the pitch. We know he's had a new
let's bring in JK into the conversation too. By the way, welcome JK.
That's right.
Welcome. Let's bring JK into the conversation.
Just leave him up. He'll be fine. Dom will be fine. No problem.
He got engaged today, I heard.
Oh, did he? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he did. That's what I was going to bring that up, actually. Congratulations to Dominic. He just got engaged to his girlfriend, his fiance.
That's why he's so tired.
I don't. Oh, wow. Anyways, congratulations. I'm glad to see. I know that there was the talk about last year about how he, was going through some ills with the relationships, and that was right around the time when he kind of had a little bit of a dip in his performances. Hopefully that this good news and this proper good news is something that maybe gives him a surge in his performances as well. So so good luck and congratulations to him, definitely. Let's see what else is saying here. Anyone know how long? Oh, my fault. I'll bring up Tractor's question first. Anyone know how long Ali will be out? They're saying November is going to be about the time that we should see, like probably mid-November, like closer towards the end of November, we should see Ali back. Whether, and I mean like as in on the pitch playing, he might be in training, or he might be, work. You might see him in some training regiments, but not necessarily in the attribute of that he's going to be playing.
Don't want him out any longer than that. It's long enough as it is. November, the world's number one goalie. We're going to miss him, especially against Arsenal. Pain in the arse. Not going to happen for Arsenal and Chelsea. Just any of the games he misses, but especially away to Arsenal, because it's done with him there. But we'll see how Cleveland does.
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Well, Cleveland's got experience in big games now. He knows what they're about, so he'll be surprised, is it?
Yep.
Very true. Let's see. I wouldn't mind seeing Refer Live is saying I wouldn't mind seeing Curtis get more game time, but he offers something totally different in his opinion than Dom. I agree with that. I agree with that. I don't think that Curtis and Dom have any likings of the same game per se. But go ahead, Jim.
Yeah, but do you remember Curtis's?
Your mic is going in and out, Mike. JK.
Okay, is it okay now?
Sounds okay to me.
Yep. Testing 1 2.
Yes. Go ahead. Try again.
Okay. Cool. I was just going to say that what Curtis did in
1 2
that 1 2. I think you remember in that West Ham game where Curtis got the ball from our box, sort of was going to lose it, but kept it, and then went on a bit of a run and then slotted it in for Jota to score. That was like Gerrard-esque, sort of what I always wanted Curtis to do. Because all that hype, I just wanted him to do that, exactly what he did there. And like for me, he has to do that sort of not every game, but a lot of games, like where he just don't. Yes, you know, he gets the ball and runs because he can do it because that run was beautiful.
Yeah, he's exciting on the ball, Curtis, when he's having a good game. Like,
Yeah, because you don't know what you're going to expect from him, innit?
Sometimes about passes, hasn't he? But he'll get better. I mean, it's exciting though, isn't it? We've got a lot of options in midfield. Considering we didn't get anyone, and we were all gutted that we didn't get anyone. We've got, as long as everyone stays fit, we've got a lot of options in midfield. We won't be short as long as we don't get injuries. If we get injuries, we will be short. But what we've got's enough. What we've got's well enough, isn't it?
It depends on Chiesa. What's happening with him? Anyone know?
Chiesa's going to be back.
On schedule.
Actually, Chiesa and both Chiesa and
Harvey.
Chiesa and both Harvey Elliott are scheduled to be back. What we'll do is we'll see. I guess now that the friendlies or international duties are over. Not that they had international duties, but now that they're going to be back all in camp, we might see Harvey Elliott, and we might more likely see Chiesa, but we might see also Harvey Elliott back in training, which is going to be very, very good to see.
That's cool.
Yeah, we need everybody, don't we? We need every single player we've got. Because the games, there'll be a lot of games, isn't there, after the break, and we need them all.
Does anybody in the chat, just quickly, anyone in the chat, because just before we went live, I saw Romano put up a video, and Trent was one of the people in the thumbnail. So what's he talking about? What's he going on about? Anybody know in the chat what Romano is saying about Trent?
Some blag.
Yeah, whether it's...
I mean, you say he's agreed personal terms or something on a deal. Personal terms on a free transfer. He'll be saying he's agreed them. Or something outlandish like that.
No, he's probably going to say he had a season ticket at Everton when he was a kid. For more of a reason to leave Liverpool, you know what I mean? We're in that silly season now where the transfer windows are closed, and sometimes when there's an international break, a lot of these sort of topics pop up, especially with content creators and football guys who are on Twitter and stuff, you know, so they've got to get a bit of attention. So stories about Trent is like a hot topic recently, you know. Hence why every other day there's going to be something like Trent's favorite color is white, not red, or something, you know, topics like that. So, yep.
No, Trent is news. Trent is clicks. Trent is clicks right now.
Yeah, that's why he might be a good acquisition for Real Madrid. Like, he's got quite a high profile, hasn't he? It would be, I mean, if we lost him, like, it'd be so annoying to have let his contract run down and get nothing for him. But if he wants to go, he wants to go. You know what I mean?
That's the worst part of it. Okay, you went
down though. Would he be interested? Because Real do that a lot, don't they? They wait for like a high-profile good player to come towards the end of the contract and then just step in, don't they? And you know, the player always goes. Like Rudiger was another one. Rudiger's he just you know what I mean. His contract was up on it, and he went for nothing.
But I really want to definitely stress the fact of like before we jump to conclusions as to who's to blame. This isn't a defense of anyone per se, but it also is a recognition of the fact that players do have a more of a vested interest in their futures now by allowing for themselves to go into these situations of allowing for the contracts to expire the way they are. And you know, very similar to I know that I just heard that go blank on his name, probably because I'm so anti-Canuck right now, but Davies for Bayern Munich has apparently agreed, for instance, to a 5-year deal with Real Madrid. That's at least that was something. There was a report out there that he's already agreed the terms, and that he's looking forward to leaving on a free and joining Real Madrid at the end of the year. Sometimes, like, Real Madrid is in a very vaunted situation where they're able to have these players that definitely want to be a part of this phenomenon, be a part of the Galacticos, or be a part of everything else, and yet they tend to they're tending to get these players to play their part, in the sense of knowing how they can. The one way they can get a move to Real Madrid is by the player allowing for his contract to expire, and for them to be able to have the freedom to move there freely. And obviously that also affects their ability to pay the player too, as in, like, but go ahead, Brian. You want to say something?
No, I'm sure. Like, I'm agreeing. I'm not sure if I'm agreeing with you. I'm not sure if this is exactly the point you're making. But
I know you're I see you're anxious.
No, it's just that if he does leave, like, he'll be the one to choose to not sign a new deal.
Exactly.
If
Right.
That's what you're saying. Like, it won't be because the red carpet wasn't laid out for him.
Exactly.
If any player that runs down their deal is running it down on their own back.
Yeah.
Like, guys, okay, yeah, some guys, Club wants ready, they'll even pay you off to get it. But if he's not yet, this won't be on John Henry or anybody else. This will be Trent's, because he won't be offered, again, don't come out anyone say, oh, well, they only offered him 10 grand a week extra or something. That won't. He will be offered plenty of money, and he'll be given. So yeah, if he does leave, it will be solely his decision to leave. He will not be forced out, and he won't be undercompensated or underpaid, without a doubt. If he does leave, as far as I'm concerned, it's all on him. And I'm not blaming him. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it will be because he has decided to leave, not because the club didn't do everything to keep him. And when they talk about everything to keep him, they're talking about money, basically. Let's just be real here. They're talking about money. A little bit of respect or whatever, but most of it's about money.
That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
So we'll give him a very good offer. We won't break the bank or take the piss out of the club to give him stupid money. But if he walks, he's walking on his terms, not because he wasn't offered not the keys to the kingdom, but offered everything it would have took to make him stay, is what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, like, I get what people are saying in the comments too. I see that Red Armchair Supporter says he agrees with you, Brian. He didn't hear of his agent breaking down the door looking for a new contract. KJ says this is on FSG. Verge and Trent should have been wrapped up from last summer. He blames both FSG and Trent if he leaves. I just think that if you think that the FSG have not tried to get a contract done and dusted, you're kidding yourself.
There's wrapped up. Like, what is wrapped up?
You absolutely have no clue about. No offense to anyone, but you don't have a clue about how organizations, especially ones with their star players, work. If you don't think that FSG has picked up the phone or maybe bumped into someone in the hallway and said, hey, what do we got to do to get this thing done and wrapped up? And it's often the player has all the power. I'm trying to get across that, like, being from an agent perspective, player has immense power, a lot of power these days. Not so much before, all of it pretty much, because a lot of more so than not now, players are choosing to leave on freeze simply because they have the ability to know that there are so many. The market is so wide open for them that they'll get their deals. They'll get their deals.
But with KJ, he's saying they should have been wrapped up. But what we're saying is, you can't force a player to sign a new contract.
Right.
I agree that Virgil should have been locked. They all know, like, that's why Edwards and the other guy, they're losing their heads apart when they came in. They were like, how has this been allowed to happen? You know, if Trent wasn't, but you can't, like, that would have been cool with VVD. You would have gotten him locked up. But if Trent doesn't want to sign a new contract, you can't force him to sign one. You know, you also can't force him to join a club that he doesn't want to join by selling. So, you know, the player power is exactly that. Players, it's not a relatively new phenomenon. It's an extremely risky one to take because Trent decides to run his deal down. Guess what? Before he signs his new contract with Real Madrid, or he does his ACL and he's out for a year. So you're running that risk. They will, but they have so much money already. These guys, they're prepared to take that risk. The big guys, the guys lower down the pyramid, they need that security. They want that
right.
For you.
Exactly.
But these big boys, these top
boys,
it's a different
between those like journeyman, you know, the journeyman style players out there that don't need, you know, that are journeyman style players out there that are like, oh, I need this contract or I need that security. You know, like I don't think that.
Look at Mbappe playing footsie with PSG for 2 years.
Yeah,
I will sign. I won't sign. I will sign. I won't sign. I will sign. I won't sign. Oh, there I
did
sign.
And
I might
you realize
go.
what his deal was immensely favorable to him. Like incredibly, the perks in his deal were perks you don't normally see in anyone's deals. And that's the thing about it, is like they bent over backwards for that player. And he still said, yeah, you know what? These players don't want to be looked at as being the bad guy. They much rather have you throw your ire on the coach or on the administration, you know.
Yeah, a lot of them give it that I just forced out crap when it isn't actually true. You know what I mean? A lot of them like to fall back on that one. I was forced out when it isn't actually true. Sometimes it is true. You know what I mean? It's not always
sometimes, but for right reasons, possibly. For some of the right reasons, but I mean, like, you know, it's normally not that case. It's normally like the player knows what he's doing, his agent knows what his player wants for his future, and they're going to do the best way to get him to where he wants to be. You know, so like, yeah, there is.
This is something like Edward is saying there. We should clear this up. Edward's saying they should have been offered a contract with 2 years left. They probably were, Edward. They probably were.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
There's nobody out there saying that they weren't offered deals. Like Trent signed his last deal 5 years ago. They definitely will have tried to update these deals. It's just whether, like we say, you can offer someone a deal, but if they're looking at you going, no, sorry, I'm going to stay for 2 years and go to Madrid on a free, you can't put a gun to their head.
Right.
You know, you can say, what you should be saying there is, if with 2 years left on their deal, you offered them a new contract and they said no, then you sell them. That's what you do.
Or you could do what,
sit and
or you
wait.
could try, or would you? Oh, sorry, I was going to say real quick, Brian. Or to accent what Brian's saying, I think, or you could do what PSG did to Mbappe and be like, okay, well then don't practice with the team, you know, or don't show up, you know, until you sign the contract. You can play hardball with them, and what does that do? That ruins a relationship. That frays the ends of a relationship. That's not exactly something like you don't. If a player doesn't want to stay, bye. Like, guys, and he should appreciate Liverpool. He should appreciate the fact that of everything that is here and everything he's helped possibly build, you know, along with it. If he doesn't recognize that, or if he wants to take his legacy elsewhere, leave.
See it.
Yeah, it's becoming a lot more common now, isn't it? As Brian was just saying before, it's got a lot more common for players to run the contract down, like, and get a move to a team like Madrid, if not Madrid. You know what I mean? There's a lot of players doing it these days.
Yeah. Well, before we talk Trent into being one of the 11 on our deplorable list, because we're certainly doing a little bit.
When he does that shushy thing, he is a little bit punchable.
Yeah, maybe so. But before we push him into that reign of being that, we have a list to make up, people. We have a list to do here, and I would like to definitely get you involved with the list of helping us make it. again, this is a lineup of just those players that just made you want to go, you know, like one of these days, you know, like the Ralph Cramden. I don't know if you ever seen The Honeymooners, but the Ralph Cramden, like one of these days, Alice. So anyway,
domestic violence, eh?
yes, I know.
We're not condoning. Yeah, we're not condoning any punching here tonight. This is merely for comic effect. We don't suggest you go out in the street and punch any of these players if you do happen to see them.
Exactly. Make sure I put that in the description. I think that's the only thing I put in the description pretty much is these are the players that you deplore, but also the players you'd like to give a swift one to, but metaphorically give a punch to. How about that? Metaphorically give a punch to. Why I oughta. Yeah, exactly. There you go. So how about we begin this list off right, and we should start with the goalkeeper. How about that? We can put up our nominees, and then we can kind of like figure out who is it that we're going to want in that role.
Did we get a cheat sheet for this? No.
I thought I sent you a cheat sheet. I can bring up something. Hold on a second.
Just to refresh, people's memories of so much more. But I know who my goalkeeper is anyway, without a doubt. This guy for me, he's one of them. You know, when they do the boxing movie montage, you know that thing that they, like a basketball hung from a ceiling, it moves really quick. It's like speed bag, yeah, that thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's not just punchable for me. He's my speed bag.
I
he's not who everyone thinks it is either. He's not going to be who everyone thinks it is either.
Oh, I know who mine is. Mine is definitely is Jurassic Park.
Yeah, but I'm not going to win. I'm not going to win my
Jurassic Park's finest. Most likely, I think you might have a problem. You might have an issue trying to get anyone other than this particular player across the line.
I know.
But let's just go through the nominees. How about that? Let's just go through the nominees for goalkeeper. Nominees are. Do you have a nominee, Lee, that you'd like to? Or I'll wait till you finish chewing.
Yeah, obviously Jordan Pickford after the Van Dijk assault, which robbed us of retaining the title, which I think we would have if that hadn't have happened.
Okay. So, all right. How about this? I'll make a nominee list too as well to kind of like go with what we're doing. So I'll keep the nominee list as we go.
Yeah, Pigford. Don't forget he's Pigford. He's Pigford, remember? Not Pickford. Pigford. Do you remember the name change? Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
Change the name from Pigford to Pigford.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're changing your name from Pigford, just change it to like Jones or something. Why go for Pigford? That's kind of like go for like Demontier. You know, I don't know. Just go for something cool.
So Pigford, right? Got him.
You got to shout for Dean Henderson in the chat. You got to shout for Dean Henderson in the chat.
Dean Henderson, all right.
Yeah. From KJ.
Okay. Who? I was just about to ask JK, but he lost his signal for a quick second. So then, who is your nominee, Brian?
Oh, yeah, speed bag. I'm speed bagging Emmy. Whoa, that doesn't sound right, actually. No, me, it's Emmy Martinez. Absolute 100%.
Good.
Martinez. I am knocking that mum out every time.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
you know what's funny about it is like that's probably the two candidates that I would have picked are already picked on here. So that's good to hear. JK, who's your nominee? And you guys are more than welcome to offer a nominee of your own in the chat. You're more than welcome.
Yeah, there's only one choice for me there, but there's two. What Brian just said, the other guy from Villa, I think Pickford.
Okay. Okay. I think the last one I saw on here from the chat was what Bernie just said too. Onana, what's his name, is going to be on here too.
Is he punchable? I don't know. I never really paid much attention to him.
I haven't took much attention to them. Pickford's just there in my mind like that. When you've seen it, the replay, the number of times they showed it got worse each time, and
and people, you can put Liverpool players too if you like. I guess you can put up a Liverpool player.
The fact that he wasn't even like
Karius
alone.
I
don't want to do red on red violence. To be honest with you.
No, leave Karius alone. Leave Karius alone.
Exactly. I knew that. That's the reason why I was offering that out, because I thought maybe someone would want to drop a honorable mention for Karius. So
pretty,
I mean,
he's
there to mention. He's an.
I mean, he was crying. He was crying. People, those are tears. Those are real tears. I think those are real tears. Those weren't made up tears. Those weren't crocodile tears.
No, you couldn't punch him. I knew you were going to. No, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
All right. Just making sure everyone's okay with that one.
Like, I'm not one for standing on ceremony and all of that, and especially not like paying respect to people who don't deserve it. Especially freaking evil regimes and all of that, and with everything that went up. But still, as what Martinez did at the World Cup when he was handed that award, which is an award some of the best people ever to play the game in his position have been handed, to win the best goalkeeper at the World Cup, and to do what he did at that ceremony, that's an insult, I think, to every other goalkeeper that's ever won that award to behave like that. I mean, I never liked him. Antics and all that, but when he did that, man, I was just like, nah, you're just a piece of shit, man. Just total piece of shit.
Okay. So we got to vote on this. We got to vote on this one.
Do we? There's no need to vote, man. It's Pickford all day. Pickford by a landslide.
Is everyone okay with that one in the chat too? Just making sure. I'm gonna give Pickford the GK. All right. I will put up
out of interest, what did Martinez do when they gave him that award?
He pretended to fuck it.
Okay. Well, I wasn't going to go there, but all right.
Okay. He was hip thrusting it. He hip thrusted.
There's a time and a place, isn't there? And that's not exactly the place.
No, neither. Exactly. Yeah.
Well, that's bad there.
Well, okay then. And next topic, or next subject. Let's go to we're doing a 4-4-2, people. Also, we're doing a 4-4-2. So we will move on to left back. Who is the left back that you guys want to nominate as?
Julian Dix could be one, even though he was our player. He had like this stupid cockney face that annoyed me, and he was rubbish for us.
Yeah.
Julian Dix. Oh, he's a terrible signing, man. As soon as thinking, he's a tough guy player.
Punchable face, though.
Yeah, just about. His face was slightly annoying now, come to think of it.
I'm thinking of who are we getting in the chat for left back? Who are we going to go with left back? And then Lee, you're up first too. Who's your nominee for left back?
Oh no, Red Armchair. It is. You can pick any player, past or present.
Yeah, past or present.
No, they don't have to be current players at all. Yeah.
Kudos if you got one now. Kudos if you got a current player. I give you kudos for coming up with that one. But certainly it could be past. So Gary Neville.
Phil, isn't it, for left back? This is left back.
Certainly a strong candidate. Certainly a strong candidate.
No, he means we should do one for past players like Gary Neville. He's thinking he can. Red Armchair just didn't realize you could pick non-current players, so he'll pick Gary Neville for right back when we get there.
Pat Van Howe was a little bit annoying for Everton at left back in the mid-80s when Everton were good. and won 2 leagues. He was a bit annoying, but only in the way that you want your players to annoy the opposition, in the way some of our players annoy the opposition fans. That was what he was like. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
I've got a couple, but let's see, JK. You have any ideas, JK? Punchable left backs, punchable face.
Let's see what everyone comes up with. Yeah. Phil Neville's definitely in there.
What it was with Athens and how he got dead pumped up, like Razor Ruddock used to, and there's loads of fist pumping to the crowd and that. So, like, you know, you make yourself a target for opposition fans, then don't you, a little bit. But I like that when footballers do that, you know, when they're big enough to take a load of, like, when the crowd just hate them every time they go near the ball. If they, you know, if they're big enough to take it, that I like when they play up to it sometimes, like, you know what I mean, and give the crowd the
left back, KJ, left back. Yeah, I know, man. I know it is. I don't mind players winding up the fans at all.
Yeah,
I don't mind it at all. Well, I know, is JK on mute or is he there? Like for me, I don't know. I'll go my nominee anyway.
JK's on mute currently.
Yeah. Okay. My nominee anyway. I'll go because for me, the more like the punchableness, the more smug looking somebody is, the more punchable they get. So it has to be Ashley Cole for me. It has to be Ashley.
Ooh, that's a good candidate.
Gotta be
That's a good one. It's a good one. Okay. KJ's saying, oh, we got Nalante in the house too. Nalante, how you doing, bro? Konchesky saying, right? Oh, wait, if I can get this up here.
Konchesky, yeah.
Oh,
I know. I never found Phil Neville particularly punchable, right? I never think of him as. I think he is.
No, not as much as Gary Neville.
No?
Yeah, no, Gary Neville, very punchable. Phil Neville is just like, you punch him, you just feel sorry for him.
Yeah, he was quieter. He's a lot quieter, isn't he?
I was going to say Sissoko.
I know we already went through the goalkeepers, but you know who could have probably been on that list too? Ramsdale could have been on that goalkeeper list too with nominees. Could have been possible.
True.
Ramsdale could have been.
I thought you were going to say Oliver Kahn, the old German goalkeeper.
Man, he'd punch you back and you wouldn't get up.
Oliver Kahn, man.
That Schumacher was the ultimate villain, the German goalie who
left back's a tough one. What is Bernie's giving a shout?
Bernie said she was. I think Bernie said I was going to say Sissoko, but I agree with Brian. I think she means Ali Sissoko, like the Ali Sissoko that used to play for us.
Oh, nah, he was cool, man.
Punchable face.
The left back one. You mean?
Well, bit of a stretch to call him a left back. I mean, he's
Stuart Pearce
side of the pitch, basically.
Stuart Pearce for me, left back.
Yeah, very punchable.
Yeah,
looks like he's been in a few scraps.
God Save the Queen and all that. He was proper into that sort of playing for England. He was militant.
I remember Basil Bowley headbutted him in the Euros '92. Basil Bowley headbutted him. It was a good butt as well. England, France.
Yeah, he loved going around with blood on his. But one of those guys.
That was his. Yeah.
Be wearing a bandage and bleeding. If he didn't come off the pitch bleeding, what is it? Chris says, "No blood, no foul." One of those guys, no blood, no foul. Chris Angel style, you know.
Yeah.
The manager ends up chucking the tomato ketchup all at him. He's like, "Come off, you're coming off."
Well, I've got Ashley Cole. Who else is? That's my nominee anyway. Any other nominees?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anyone else that I'm thinking writing on my list here. I got Ashley Cole on there and Gary Neville so far.
No, Gary Neville can come in at right back. They're saying
he come in at right back. Yeah,
they're saying Phil Neville for left back.
Oh yeah, Phil Neville as well.
Yeah, Yeah, but
Yeah. Get the whole family in there.
yeah.
I don't think he's punchable at all. Yeah, I don't know. Nilante, any shouts? Punchable left back.
Who else are we doing?
Cool.
Like for me, the top two, I reckon Stuart Pearce and Phil Neville. One of them two.
Could I interest you in an Ashley Cole?
As well, you know, bro. He didn't seem like a humble guy when he used to play football, if you understand what I mean. And that's one reason why I would.
The smugger they are, the more punchable they are. He's very smug, especially in those. Do you remember when he dressed up all white in the photo shoot with Cheryl Cole? He was
like, the Mealy styling, yeah.
That
the
was
next power couple,
shit, man. Yeah, he was.
Even Nilante.
What do you think?
Yeah.
All right, mate.
Or even a wild card shout of your own, a new shout of your own, left back.
I think you guys have really said it. I think someone said in the chat. I think I just said Konchesky, old Paul Konchesky. That flipping, he's a punchable face. There's someone I had off the top of my head. Oh God, I've just lost. Sorry, you need to go back to me. I lost my train and thought of the left back.
No,
I'll come back.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Pat Van Howe, Everton's left back from the mid to late 80s, because he was a pain in the arse. He was Razor Ruddock-esque in his behaviour and that, and good for Evertonians in the way Razor was good for our fans, made us laugh with it, but he was the same type of character, so I'll give it to him. That's going right back to when I started watching football.
Well, his mum's not very popular in Liverpool, is she? Konchesky's mum, she started slagging off from day one, so she's probably just for the women of Liverpool. I mean, you're going to have to pick it, man, because everyone's picking someone different. 12 man, everyone's after picking someone different, so you're going to have to make a call. Put someone in.
Yeah. I would have said
Bernie's with me.
He's maybe someone that isn't.
He's on
what's his name?
JK's on.
I would have said. I know. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. I know. Let me make sure. Make sure
that I'm not. So far are Everton players. I've gone Everton with me goalie and me left back.
Let me close out some of these windows here. I was going to say Vardiol, actually. I don't know if I'm chopping up. I was gonna say Vardiol because I think that personally, I would like to for his I get a little angry because he was supposed to be a Liverpool Red fan and everything else, and and if you're a Red fan growing up, obviously it didn't accentuate to you saying no, I'll wait until Liverpool come and get me, or maybe I'll do what no, maybe I'll do what some of the other players are doing this day. I'll just let my contract ride out to the end. And
the beef, it's getting personal. The beef.
No, he decided to go to Liverpool's biggest rivals at the moment right now, and that's why I would say 5-knuckle sandwich. That was at least my point.
I don't think he has the most punchable face out of the lot, though. Ever is who I would have gone.
I get you. I'm just giving my reasoning.
No, everybody's coming in with someone new.
Yes.
Evra
didn't
want to be.
Sealed it.
Evra might be the taker of that one.
Yeah. Straight away, bro. How did we forget about him?
Yeah. Oh, I didn't.
Number one choice for me.
JK, I didn't forget about Evra. I swerved him because I knew he'd be controversial. I didn't want to be taking on Evra. But yeah, I would knock that guy out straight away. Yeah.
Oh man! Straight as soon as you said his name, man, this fire came alive, man.
Bernie's in it. Bernie's in it. Bernie's all for it. There you go, Evra. Man. That's your left back.
I'm going Evra.
There you go.
100%.
Evra it is. Okay, so Evra is our left back.
Sorted.
Got you. Now we're at the center back spot. The center back spot is definitely where we're going to have to figure out who.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to put
I've got
Phil Jones.
I've got my first.
Who'd you say, Lee?
Sergio Ramos.
Yeah, I'm going with him as well.
Okay.
I was going to say Phil Jones
Okay.
from Man United.
He's already. Oh man, he's had enough. Come on, his face.
That's
Nah,
not
not
good.
Phil
Let's-
Jones.
No, yeah, come on.
You guys were getting the obvious.
Yeah, John Terry, man. Gotta be
Exactly.
John
Yeah.
Terry.
Exactly.
Gotta
Yeah.
be
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mate.
Terry
Get
Ramos.
JT in that team. Get John Terry
Terry
in that
Ramos.
team right now.
That's it. We've got the partnership already, Terry and Ramos. You can't get better than them two.
After what Ramos did to Mo.
Pepe's pretty punchable. Remember, lads.
Yes, that's true.
Punchable face. It's
Yes,
about the
he is.
Pepe's pretty punchable.
Pretty couple. Pepe could be on the list.
Yeah. He's a sly one. He's a sly one.
proper,
Pepe.
JD.
Yeah, he does a lot of moaning. Yeah, it's like he's just one of them. Does a lot of moaning. Yeah, that's
I have a feeling.
I don't think we have.
Very Portugal heavy.
I don't think we have
Everyone's waking everyone up.
any Spurs. I guess we don't have any Spurs fans or Spurs supporters in the chat, because I know some of them will probably put Sol Campbell in this list here, but I guess not.
Nah.
I like Sol.
I like Sol.
Was good.
Quality player.
I'd go with Terry and Pepe. I'd go with Terry and Pepe.
All right.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Clear.
I'm going
Tell them
Ramos.
we're
Pepe.
two reds here. Yeah, I think if you asked the Spur that, they would change. They would have a different opinion, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I'll go with Ramos.
Punchable face.
And,
Go ahead.
Yeah, Ramos and Terry, bro, for me.
Okay. Delante.
Same as you, bro.
Terry and Pepe.
After what Ramos did all that to us.
It's the face, dude. It's the face.
Huh.
That punch face.
I'm surprised you guys didn't put. I'm surprised you didn't put Lurch into the mix here.
Lee.
Maguire. You meant Maguire when you said Lay.
Yeah.
No,
I'm surprised he didn't get a shout.
Good shout.
Good shout, you know.
I mean,
Good shout.
you just kind of want to give him a smack just for
Easy
GP, but
Sniper's
Yeah.
dream.
I mean, he got. It wasn't. Isn't he should definitely be in the list? I mean, wasn't he in the list because of his actions in Greece? Didn't someone else think the same in Greece or something? Was it?
No, it's just a face.
I'm going Maguire Terry then for me.
Terry.
Yeah. Maguire and Terry.
Rio.
Yeah, Rio's up in there as well, man. So.
Well, Terry's. I think we know Terry's. Terry in anyway. So
I think Terry would probably be a lock. Rio's got to go in there too. Yeah, Rio should
He's got to be in there as well. You know what I mean?
Well, we've only got two. We've got two votes for.
We're gonna have a team of centre backs.
We've got more.
I mean, we could do basically a whole like, starting 11 of just Red Devils. I'm sure. Yeah.
I'm just looking for the right partner for Sergio Ramos. I haven't decided yet who my second one is. There's a few like them over the years.
Well, it's going to have to be Terry, man, because Terry's in the team. Terry's in
tell you who it could be, who used to annoy me. Terry's centre-back partner, Ricardo Carvalho, has an annoying face. He's a great centre-half, but he had an annoying face. He bloody did. He certainly did.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd get in ahead of Terry. I put Terry in. He's got a
Terry's not. Terry's in, man. Terry's in the team, Lee. We've already had about 20 votes for Terry. He's getting
him and Ramos in his week. Them two together.
All right, so Terry is getting definitely chosen. Who else is getting chosen?
Well, I go for Pepe. Nalante goes for Pepe. JK goes for Harry Maguire. Lee's going for Ramos. So the
I'm
chat
going for Ramos too.
You're going for Ramos. So
yeah,
we're tied. So the chat basically just needs to decide whether it's Pepe or Ramos, because it's tied to each. Just to get it going quickly. I mean, Rio, Harry. Yeah, okay. I don't know, man. You figure it out. You pick one.
You figure it out. Oh, thanks a lot.
They're all throwing random names. Vidic has come in now.
I have a good list now too of names to offer out there
Ramos
as well. I do have a list.
Go with Ramos. The chat. Jimmy said Ramos. Go with Ramos. Go with Ramos and Terry.
You gotta go with Ramos. I mean, Ramos. If Ramos doesn't pile drive,
he's in. He's in.
Yeah,
he's in.
You got to pile drive him and act like he didn't do anything.
I have to ask: would this be a bitch slap? No, it's a punch him in the face. He's punching him in the face, either.
Yeah.
You just won't know. The kind of guy you look and go, I just love to punch him. Even with the whole thing for me, it's like you don't have to know anything about them. You just look at him and go, oh, you punch that guy. Not that you'd be doing that in real life, but it's like if you find out later that he's Sergio Ramos, all the better. But he just still has to have one of those faces.
Okay. Put some coaches in there too, actually. All right, so now we're on to, so we have our center back pairing of Ramos and Terry. Now we're on to the right back, people. Now we're on to the right back.
Easy.
What are we going to do for our right back?
Yeah,
it's
easy.
that we're
Gary
back
Neville.
to.
Gary Neville all day.
Gary Neville is the hands down favorite. I wanted to nominate Pedro Porro too, by the way. I would like to nominate him into that.
Yes, Gary Neville.
I know he's not going to win, but I want to make sure that it's on note. Ashley Young, okay.
He's had
Neville's definitely going to be it. It looks like Neville's.
Oh yeah, I mean we can probably just move on from this one. I think he's pretty much.
I'll give Gary Stevens a mention, the ex-Everton right back from the mid to late 80s, for finishing Jim Beglin's career. And Jim Beglin was going to be brilliant for us as a left back. He played like a couple of seasons. He played about 18 months in the first team, Jim Beglin, and he was bloody brilliant. And that Gary Stevens crunched him with a tackle, and that was the end of Jim Beglin.
Pretty much broke his leg.
Oh wow, JJ with a shout for someone at the end here. I see you.
Jose Bazingua played for Chelsea, QPR, Porto, the usual Mourinho type clubs. Yeah, bit of a dick him. Still though, Gary Neville, come on, Red Nev.
Yeah. Ratus Mancunicus.
Yes, I think even Gary's putting himself in this. Gary. Yeah, I'm pretty punchable.
We got it. So we're moving on to the midfield. What we're doing is a 4-4-2. So these players can be technically wingers, if you like, on the left and right of the side. And then we'll just go. We can do either center. We can do like you can play him however you want. We'll fit them in. It's just the formation. It's not strictly. He never played that position. None of that crap. It's just close enough. He played the midfield. Cool. We'll put him into that role. That kind of deal. All right. So we will start with the left midfielder. Left winger / left midfielder, however you want to look at it. Gordon has to be on that. Yeah, for sure. Gordon's definitely on there. Who else did I have on this short list that I brought up?
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Yeah. Bernardo Silva's one for me, who could play left wing. Very annoying player.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Very punchable.
Yes.
Nani, there's 3 Portuguese already. Nani, Ronaldo, and who was the other one I said first? Bernardo Silva. Yeah, Bernardo Silva, 3 Portuguese. Silva, Ronaldo, and Nani.
I'm going Ronaldo for me.
Maradona. Ronaldo.
Yeah, the smug factor is off the charts with Ronaldo.
Yeah, I could go with your speed. Was it speed bag on him? Like a good speed bag thing on Ronaldo, definitely.
Looking at the list here. Not sure. Wait, Bernardo plays on the right, not the left.
He does, yeah. He plays it.
Yeah, but like he said,
he can play.
I see. No, I saw the shot for Bernardo Silva, but he's more of a right wing. And when he plays the wing, he'll play right wing, if anything.
Yeah, in the same way that Salah does, but also he plays right wing for those City, like.
But then again, Ronaldo's
Bernardo will get his time, and he'll get his time.
Oh yeah, he's too annoying to leave out.
Yeah. Go ahead. What were you about to say, Delonte?
No. I was gonna say if we put Silva in the wing, well, I guess it doesn't matter because Ronaldo's right wing really. But again, if we're not doing positions, then it don't really matter either.
Yeah,
left or right. Okay, that's fine. Silva.
I would say save Ronaldo because we have two striker spots. We could put Ronaldo in the striker spot too.
Nah. I'll say leave him on the wing. There'll definitely be strikers on there that I can think of.
I think this one is a shout though. Nani is a shout. Also, where was it earlier? I just saw it earlier. Oh, right here. I don't know about Rashford, but
Garnacho. Not Rashford.
Garnacho.
No, I don't.
I'm putting, even if you guys don't say it, I'm putting Garnacho on this list. Just as a nominee. At least as a nominee. Because, oh my gosh. That guy. Sometimes he'll score a goal, act like it was the most heroic thing ever accomplished. And then next thing you know, 15 minutes later, they've lost the game. I'm just like, come on, dude. Let it go.
I would have to have Anthony Gordon.
Gordon's I already put Gordon on the list. I have Garnacho on the list.
Yeah.
I'll save Ronaldo for the right wing because he's not a left wing, really.
Yeah, but we said earlier on, like, you can fit players in. So
I get it. I know. But I mean, I was just saying, I'll save him for that side. That way we can have more of the players that come to your mind when you come to that. That's all I'm saying.
But Gordon, to me, if he's going to be in it, he would have been one of the players I would have been building it around. So
right,
Gordon.
I just don't want Gordon to lose to Ronaldo. Basically, that's my point. I'm trying to save him for the other side because Gordon definitely is getting my vote. Who else do we have on here? I think that's it. I think that's all we have for the left side. I mean, you could do a left-sided midfielder. It doesn't have to be a winger.
I mean, the queue of people lining up to punch Ryan Giggs is probably already quite long. So
yeah, he's another one I should mention. I was focusing on Portuguese at the beginning. Nani Ronaldo.
Giggs got his own family lining up to punch him, right?
The ultimate scum. He's up there for.
He is a scumbag.
Yeah, he deserved it, wouldn't he? But it sounds a bit like.
Yeah.
I got you, KJ. I got you. He's definitely he wants Silva in on that left on that left side. Bernie doesn't mind Gordon. Okay. Interesting.
No, she's saying she doesn't mind Gordon instead of Ronaldo.
Okay. I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for the clarification.
Words written down aren't always what they mean when they're said out loud.
Yeah. Very true.
Oh wow, KJ. Wow. Let's see how the Ronaldo. Well, that's your opinion, KJ, but I really disagree with that. I'm assuming, Bernie. Because she could have meant it the way you meant it, but I'd be very surprised if Bernie likes Gordon. I mean, yeah, we need a bit of clarification there, Bernie, actually, because it could go either way. No, I don't mind him. He's okay. Oh, I mean,
I'm surprised that
you don't mind. Okay.
Anthony Gordon is intensely annoying, but is he annoying enough to usurp Ronaldo. Not for me.
But on the left, you're keeping Ronaldo for the right. Apparently, we can't put Ronaldo on the left, so we're keeping him.
I only discovered that recently, that Gordon was actually a Liverpool supporter as a boy. I just assumed he was like an Everton fan, you know, and had gone into the academy. I never knew he supported Liverpool.
No, he's in the Liverpool academy.
He behaved in the few derbies, like quite a few derbies, was awful.
Yeah.
It was just
No, he was in the Liverpool academy.
It was more strangling him, you know, you wanted to strangle him, like, you know, figuratively speaking, like.
No, but he started out with us. He started out with us. We were his first club until he was about 9. Then he goes to Everton. But he did start out at Liverpool. So, but yeah, I just think his face is very, very punchable.
Yes. Very annoying. Like, it's behaving in them derbies. No. There was one pen he tried to get a pen out of. I think it was Virgil. And it was just, it was nothing. There was nothing there. Like, but the way he behaved over it was just.
I think that we're going to have to go to a vote so we can move on to the next midfielder. I'm going to call it for Gordon. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah.
Acceptable.
Good, you got in.
All right, so we're looking for a midfielder now. We're looking for a left midfielder. Center left
center mid.
Midfielder.
Center mid, yeah.
Center mid. Yeah.
Any kind of center mid is fine.
Who are we nominating for that one? Obviously
Joey Barton. Joey Barton would be my.
Oh yes, Brian. Yes. That I can't stand him. I'll kick him. I'll fight him if I see him on the street. Can't stand him. He's a put. Yeah, man. Nah, man. The things he's done in his family. Listen, don't get me started. I'm not aggressive. I'll punch him up. I will really punch him up.
Let's keep the PG-13.
Put him in, man. Scumbag. I really would punch that brother up. Honestly, he's a scumbag and a half. Honestly.
He has to be in. He has to be in. He's literally been to prison and stuff for beating people up, so he has to be in.
Yeah, and what his cousin did in Liverpool, like I said, honestly, he's like I said, and what he said recently, honestly, I would, honestly, trust me.
So punchable.
Anyway,
punchable.
I would not hold back.
Wow, this is gonna be a tough. This one's gonna be a tough one.
Someone had forgotten. Peter Reid was annoying in the derbies. He was a Liverpool fan growing up, then played for Everton, but he was annoying with his, you know what I mean?
How about we do for this one? How about for the midfield or center mids? We'll do a long list and we get to pick 2. How about we pick 2? Make it easy.
I think of United ones that have annoyed me, like Roy Keane didn't that much. Or Paulins. I'm trying to think of the centre mids that annoy me. I didn't like Carrick. Yeah, something about Carrick used to piss me off. He's a good player and that, but like he pissed me off. Carrick for being a good player. So on that basis alone, I'll nominate him as a punchable face.
I was gonna say, how about Enzo Fernandez? Enzo, maybe.
Yeah, he's got a punchable grid.
Where he plays. Let me double check where he plays.
Enzo Fernandez, he's a center mid. Don't worry. Yeah, he qualifies, man. You just any center mid is fine.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, Enzo Fernandez.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no! I'm looking for another player on my list. I'm just looking for another player on my list. I'm just talking about.
If you're talking about
someone's taking a shower or washing up.
Nelante's always washing up, I'm telling you. To me, last night we spoke about someone a lot, and he has, I think, one of the most punchable faces in football of all time. He's one of the best players of all time, but one of the most punchable faces of all time. And this has got nothing to do. I know you're going down the deplorables route. I'm just talking about like people who, whatever, but you just see that face. And for me, Ronald Koeman. Ronald Koeman had one of the most punch faces of the world.
All right, I'll put him in the list.
He will be in mine, but I wouldn't actually.
Even though he's on my team, that's why I'm a little partial to it. But I got you.
No, like I said, I'm
from yesterday. I'm talking about yesterday.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm just separating this from the whole player thing.
Bernie stole my thunder.
But I just got quickly, if you let me. I'm not putting him on my list. I was just talking about him.
Okay.
As having with him, but for me, I don't want I'm not putting him on my short list. But he really does have like the archetypal punch him in the face. But to me, yeah, like Bonkers just said it there. I think someone else said it earlier on actually. Joey Barton and Robbie Savage. That's my two. The two of them, man.
So
they epitomize punchable
Savage,
faces.
Proper name.
The epitome of the punchable faces.
Okay, and Joey I already have on the list. I also was going to suggest. Oh no, he plays wing striker. Oh, it sucks. I should have nominated him last time. My bad. I would have put Trossard in that list on the last vote, by the way.
Oh man, he looks sick. How could you punch him? He looks like he's on his way to the hospital for something. You couldn't punch him. It looked like you'd finish him off if you punched him.
Oh wow!
Have you ever seen that guy on the pitch? He looks ill.
I've seen him when he scored that hat trick against us. I remember that little punk. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. It's all good. Just joking, Mr. Trossard. Oh, there's shout there. There's two shouts for him. So I'll put him in the list too. All right. Basuma. I didn't expect that one in there. That was an interesting shout.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I got a bunch of names here.
Face.
Yeah. I'll make it interesting. We said we could put Bernardo in here since he does play as well. He does play as a midfielder.
Too late for Zuma, Barney, unfortunately. It was a good shout, but too late to get Zuma in.
We have a long list here, so it's gonna be a difficult list to pick from here on this one, I think. Wow, there's some names in there. Okay.
But there's Arshavin. Yeah, a bit of a stupid looking face, yeah. Too late for the cat kicker though.
Okay. So all right, the nominees are Joey Barton, Fat Frank, Bruno. You don't want Koeman, excuse me, but I had him on the list. Savage, Basuma, Bernardo Silva. You said him earlier, so I'm putting him in so you don't forget about him. Rodri and Gattuso.
Oh, Lee was talking about Rodri around, yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about Rodri earlier. There's a shout.
Yeah, I get the impression that even if you were great friends with Rodri, and you were sitting just having a really mellow evening, you get the urge to punch him in the face out of nowhere all of a sudden.
Just be like, what did you say? What did you say?
Non-famous. And then all of a sudden he's like,
I think he meant Jorginho. That's a good shout too. I'll put him into.
I got for me, Bernardo Silva and Bruno.
Yeah, let's get a vote. All right, so what's your vote?
Thumbnail.
Brian, can you keep a tally of the midfield vote for us?
Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, Bernardo Silva.
That one definitely.
Two guys on the thumbnail.
I had Vinny Jones. Oh, and I had Vinny Jones too. I did nominate because I saw Bernie. I was saying, that was my shout for center mid or for a midfielder.
Yeah,
was Vinny Jones. Even though I wouldn't, he'd be the one that probably would punch you back.
I've been watching him a bit lately. I've seen a few of them cheap films with him in as a baddie, like, really bad ones. But something to laugh at, you know what I mean? When I say I've seen them, I mean I've watched like 10, 15 minutes.
Dude, he's the effing juggernaut. I'm the juggernaut.
What about that? Yeah, I forgot he was in there. Yeah.
For those out there that know that little clip from X-Men.
Right now, I would guess Bruno and Barton. Just guess because
Dino Baggio. Wow,
people are chatting.
That's okay. That's a blast from the past. All right, so you're thinking? Have you done? You've calculated the chats?
Well, no, I just people were coming. I'm able to keep track of everything, but it's massively. Basically, it's Bruno and Barton. But yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
There's lots of individuals, but like there's basically loads of people for Bruno and loads of people for Barton. Probably the easiest one.
Bruno and Barton.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good twosome.
Okay. Bruno and Barton. It is Bruno and Barton. It is. That Frank could get a shot too. But we'll move on. We'll move on. Bollock. Yes, definitely.
To the right wing.
To the right, as opposed to the
left.
apparently
it's Ronaldo. We were sold that earlier on. We were told earlier on.
We held off. Ronaldo. We held off. Well, you know what though? Oh man, so bad. I'm gonna put him in again. I'm gonna nominate him again. I'm gonna nominate Silva again then, since he didn't make the midfield. Exactly, KJ. I'm with you. I'm nominating him for the right then, since he didn't make the midfield in the.
Well, I didn't. I thought we were getting Ronaldo as a given, but so I'll go for Ronaldo.
A new formation to squeeze.
I'm just saying my vote. I'm just putting my vote in there. That's all. Just put my vote in there. Just putting my vote. So I'm putting down the category. Putting down the contestants.
KJ, because there's a hell of a lot of punchable players and there's only 11 places. Basically. Yeah. They can't all get in. You can make a subs bench if you want.
You can make one. Maybe like one honorable player or something like that.
Yeah, it would be helpful, I think, to have a subs bench.
A three-man bench. A three-man bench.
Three-man bench. Right. Now we're really old school. Three-man bench. I'll write that down. Three-man bench. So for right wing, Ronaldo, Bernardo Silva. Who else do we have on here as a possible candidate for deplorable? I think that's all I had on there too.
Who's the midfield two then?
The midfield two,
Bruno
Joey Barton and Bruno.
Okay, cool. All right.
Bruno Fernandes.
No, KJ, nobody is forgetting that. Definitely. It's just the way I'm playing this game is basically this got nothing to do with Liverpool. This is just about footballers with punchable faces. It's a joke, really. Whereas other people are like, oh, I hate this guy. So if you want to play it in terms of the guy that you hate, but for me, it's just a joke thing about people with punchable faces. So it's not really about they did this and they did that. That's not really the way I'm thinking about it. It's just a bit of fun. It's not about that way. It's just that guy, you look at him and I mean, there's a few. Liverpool have had a few players with punchable faces. It's just like that's really all it is. That's all it is. I'm not getting too hung up on it. With they did this and they did that.
Use your own judgment.
That's the thing. But no, but like, I know that's what I'm trying to say. But that's what I'm trying to say to KJ. He's playing the game his way. I'm explaining why I'm not saying he did that. But the thing is, with Bernardo Silva, he also does have a really punchable face. So he doesn't even need to have done it.
I don't know where did he play on the pitch too.
But it's up to I don't know. It's up to people. Yeah, you can if we can get El Hadj Diouf in it, he absolutely gets in it on the right wing. For me, he played right wing well. Craig Bellamy, yeah, very punchable. We've had a few.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure he plays one here. Yeah, he qualifies, so he could be on their list. He's on my list. He's on my little cheat sheet that I made. Sterling, it's a shout. He plays the left one, but I guess you could put him on the right too. Dioff is definitely on there. It's gonna make this one hard. That's gonna make it really hard because he's.
I'm trying to think which Atletico Madrid players were annoying when we played them, because they're an annoying team to play with all their whining and dirty tricks. Don't know which.
I'll put Sterling as a shout. I should have said Sterling earlier. My apologies. Who else? Okay. Interesting. All right. Oh, this is a good one. He can go in there for sure. For sure.
Oh yeah, forwards.
All right. You've made the list. I don't know how to say like the wrestler. I don't know what that one is. Yeah, Marshaven is a good shout. Okay. So I have Ronaldo, I have Silva, I have Sterling, I have Bellamy, and I have El Hadji.
Eric Cantona, although I've mellowed on Eric Cantona with age, like and I've aged, behind him as much.
That's funny. He wanted
so that's the short list.
That's the
yeah. So that's the short list.
That's the short list.
Bernardo
Silva. Yeah, go ahead. El Hadji, Sterling, and Bellamy is the list I have so far. Mm-hmm. Is there anyone else that you want to know?
For me, Bernardo Silva. Now Silva for me was first choice. I wanted him in my team straight away.
Yeah.
But for me, Ronaldo, if Ronaldo doesn't get in the right wing, he has to take one of the center forwards.
That's what I'm playing the game, and I'm saving him for center forward.
If you want to keep him for up front, then tell me that. So then I'll pick someone else on the right wing.
Okay.
As long as I know Ronaldo's getting in. No, but I'm saying if you're going to tell me he's going to go in, then I'll save my vote and put him.
Oh, I would have nominated. I'm just saying I would have nominated him for striker. That's all I said. I mean, that's all. But if you want to put him in, I guess we're doing double nominees for multiple positions, because I've seen some names that have come up more than once.
Well,
all right. So Ronaldo, Silva,
Ronaldo and Juve have to be in it for me. So either one.
Yeah. This one's a tough one. This one's a tough one.
Punchable faces of all time. So
this one's definitely a tough one because we all know of the actions of the player that Brian just mentioned. So much that I don't like even saying his name out loud. All right, what are we going? Where are we voting? What are we voting across the board? Lee, where do you vote? Who are you voting for?
As a forward?
No, as a
right winger.
Oh, right winger. Bernardo Silva.
Okay.
Yeah, he's very annoying, Bernardo Silva. Very, very annoying.
Bernardo Silva.
No.
Okay. Delante? Who's going to be your right winger?
Ronaldo.
Okay. Brian?
Ronaldo.
Okay. Tell us in the chat real quick. Out of these, there's teams. There's two basic players that are going to be pushed as the possible. So we've narrowed it down to either Ronaldo or Bernardo Silva. El Hadji will be on the bench. We'll probably put him on the bench, by the way.
Oh, don't put him on the bench. He starts spitting at people. Put him in a... Yeah.
We'll put him on cone duty or something like that, and make him have to pick up the cones or something like that.
The stuff he's got away with, Bernardo Silva's unreal. The amount of times he should have walked.
I know, but let's chat. Come on, let's focus here a little bit. Ronaldo or Bernardo Silva?
Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two that we're down to. Because I'm going with Silva.
So there's no point saying Juve. There's no point saying Juve.
Yeah.
So it's between Bernardo Silva and Ronaldo. You've got 3 already for Ronaldo.
I know. We already got those two.
You got 3 for Ronaldo.
Everybody keeps putting them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's been silly now. 1 for Bernardo, so that's 3.
All right, Bernie put Ronaldo. I see that. So that's 3 for Ronaldo.
It's 3-2 now. You've got 2 more.
2 more. Okay.
It's 3-2. It's 3-2 now.
3-2. All right, I know.
Yeah. Okay, JK's been silly. RKJ's been silly now, so give it to Ronaldo. Oh, come on, Jimmy. Jimmy, you had to do it. Jimmy just went and tied it up 3-3.
How are you? Where are these Ronaldos?
They're way back.
Oh, they're way back.
Way back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
I saw
we can put Ronaldo up top, and
there's another one. Well, apparently we can. Apparently, so we'll vote for him again. But I'll try to get him in twice.
Yeah, but we won't be able to play Silva up top. So that's why we go for Silva.
Bonkers said Silva. Jimmy said Silva. Bonkers said Silva again, and then Red Armchair Supporter said Silva.
Yeah, Bernie said Ronaldo. Somebody else said Ronaldo.
Bernie said Ronaldo.
Somebody else near Bernie said Ronaldo. I can't remember who it was.
Oh yeah, but he said both. I see. He said Ronnie, but then he also said Bernardo.
Oh, great! Thanks. Give it to Bernardo Silva then. Give it to Bernardo Silva. The last 2 votes were for Silva when it was tied up. So give it to Silva.
Okay. Bernardo Silva, you are now our right wing. You POS. And now we move on to the strikers, the coveted role of strikers. I have let me just give you some quick nominees that could be on here because I made a list already for some nominees. Ronaldo was definitely on the list. Okay, we got you. So Ronaldo, I'll put it right there. But I also had on this list, I had Rich Arlison. I have Jamie Vardy. I have Nicholas Jackson.
Don't know what he looks
Kai
like.
Havertz. I have Eric Cantona.
Yeah.
I have Barcelona player Luis Suarez. Okay. And that's all I have. I don't know if you want to put. If I put Zlatan, I think he'd probably hit you back. So
yes, Zlatan, I forgot him. Yeah, he's just
Zlatan.
And he demands a dickhead.
Yeah,
he is.
And then you forgot about Vane. Vane should be in there. Vane, Rooney.
Okay.
Oh, Rooney, yeah.
And Mope, yes, Mope. Did I not say Mope?
Yeah, exactly. No, you haven't.
Oh, my fault. Yeah, I have him on here. I have Neil Mope. I have on here too.
Oh yeah, he's another one, isn't it?
Yep. Neil Mope. And also there was one other player. Oh, that's
good shout, Red Armchair Costa. Good shout.
No, Diego Costa. Yeah.
And Diego Costa.
Yeah, the top boys as well. Yeah.
Yeah,
you can make a whole team full of the strikers, couldn't we, as well? Those of them.
Him from Man United, Diego Forlan.
There's at least 2 more.
Wayne Rooney. Yeah, that's good.
Wayne Rooney's right up there. Yeah.
Drogba and Van Nistelrooy.
Oh, Drogba
and Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
Drogba, man.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was annoying.
Oh yeah, for Red for Life, just to reply to your comment earlier. Yeah, sorry about that. Everyone's gone on a bit Red Life. It's just the fact that just with him, just certain stories around him and certain things in the media and what his family have done. But I won't go into that. That's the reason why I Red for Life. I kind of reacted that way. So yeah, apologies.
Good, man.
But that's just the person in it.
You're good, man.
Teddy's on this list. Are you gonna put Teddy on there?
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a small prick.
There you go. Yeah. You always count on Bernie with
Bernie's doing the Cone Man. That's a good one. The Cone Man.
Yeah.
The Cone Man is a good one.
Manager.
We've got a manager.
We've got a manager.
Oh, yes, true. You're right, bro.
Yeah, we're doing a manager.
You're right.
Great.
Yes.
Okay.
Cone Man.
There's one.
Neil Warnock.
Someone else.
Manager. Neil Warnock.
Oh God, yeah.
It's just that one time where we beat them in the cup, and like Honcho was walking off the pitch, and Honcho just spat on the grass, like like players do to clear the sinuses. And Neil Warnock tried to say Honcho spat at him, and Honcho just wasn't that type of person, but it was complete bullshit. He went over the top, Neil Warnock, saying that he got spat. And he's seen the video of it, and Honcho just walked past him and went on the floor as he was walking, and it was nowhere near him, and like he didn't even look at Neil Warnock. But that got on my nerves really badly, and since then I've had it in for him. The bloody liar.
Bloody liar.
Oh yeah, I've got a question.
For manager, okay. I'm putting down.
I've got a question for you.
You haven't gotten to manager yet, but I'm putting him in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got a question for everybody. Okay. Now you can tell us afterwards, right? The people in chat, or the people in chat can talk about whatever, but the boys on the panel can tell me afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is one player that you hate, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you hate him because of one specific thing, and you never even cared about him before, or if there is one, is there one player out there that you hate because of one specific thing that they did that you never even gave a shit about before? But since they did that thing, you're like, oh, I hate that guy ever since he did X, Y, or Z. You never cared about him before. You never even crossed your mind before. But ever since X, Y, or Z thing, you always hate that guy. You can have a think on it and tell me later.
I have an answer already for mine.
Yeah, you can tell me later on. I have one as well.
Oh, okay, later on. Okay. I'll tell you now.
Yeah, no, you have to think of it. No. I mean, for everyone later. Just we'll go through the thing and then.
So I want to definitely share with our brethren here in the chat too.
Yeah, no, we'll be exact. No, I don't mean backstage. I mean after we finish making the team.
Okay,
whatever.
I got you. I'll make sure that I put down my answer right now.
I know it's a bit of a specific question, so just give people a bit of time to think about it. Like a player that literally you never gave a shit about before, you never thought about him even. Yeah. And then that one thing happened, and ever since saying like, "Oh, I fucking hate that guy."
Like I said about Neil Warnock, but
Lee, it's like quickly when people say, "Why do you hate that guy?" You just say because of that one thing they did.
Yeah, the one thing.
Not because of like 10 years. Like, oh, that one thing he did, I hate him because of that. So
yeah.
Where are we? So have we got a striker yet?
We haven't gotten a striker just yet.
Well, anyway, I'm up for Ronaldo, and my two are Ronaldo and oh yeah, you said we're putting Juve on the bench, didn't you? Yeah. So who would be my?
We can put him on the bench, yeah.
Ronaldo and Drogba, they're my picks up front. Yeah, up front to Ronaldo and Drogba. Yeah, they're my punchable.
Okay. So
I'll take it back to break.
Ronaldo, Drogba. Who else are we putting into that one? I gave my the ones I said was Vardy, Nicholas Jackson, Kai Havertz, Neil Maupay. I said Drogba. I said Barcelona's Luis Suarez, Eric Cantona, and
Rooney,
Diego Costa, and Wayne Rooney.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all of the ones I wrote down real quick off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
And Arteta, I guess. But yeah, well, I put Rooney. Yeah, you said Rooney, Bernie. Didn't you say
Bernie said Rooney? Yeah, Bernie said Rooney.
Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah. She put a question mark behind it. I was like, I didn't know if she was saying why. I didn't know if she was saying why are you saying Rooney.
Many reasons.
Yeah.
Who you
Many,
going with?
many, many
I'm gonna go
reasons,
with.
and I would say, and yeah, plenty of Diddy reasons. But anyway.
Oh.
Oof.
I'm gonna go.
It's not 10
I'm
o'clock.
gonna go with Drogba, bro.
Not 10 o'clock.
I know it's not 10 o'clock yet. I got you.
No Diddy before 10.
No Diddy. No Diddy until
No Diddy business there, please.
Yeah, no Diddy. The kids go to sleep type stuff. Got you.
Chris Sutton was quite punchable. 100%. He has that smug
He's
look
annoying
about
as
him.
well.
Yeah, that smug look about him. And it's probably the accent as well. He has one of those very kind of naturally sarcastic accents.
Yeah, I know
so
what you
when
mean.
he talks about people, it's plus the smug look, plus the fact that he was shit. You know, like he was good back in the day, the striker and all that. Goes to Chelsea, 10 million quid, scores 1 goal. Yeah, does well at Celtic, does well at Blackburn. But this guy's walking around like he was Batistuta or something. You know, like, yeah, you were good like in the 90s when target men were still a thing. Yeah, you know, in today's game, maybe you could do all right. But no, man, these guys, I've no problem with these guys having a insights and all of that. But these boys that like a Mika Richards, right? That goes around criticizing defenders. Like he never made a mistake in a game. Like, have you ever seen Mika Richards play football? The guy was just ridiculously bad. One week he's like, no, but they go around like, oh, what you need to do in the game is do this and do that. It's like, dude, so why didn't you do that in your career? Maybe you should have thought of it, you know, maybe you should have thought about that when you're getting skinned by people. You know?
Yeah, I think when when you're on TV, sort of criticizing players, it's better coming from a guy who's not played the game. You know what I mean? So he can't. No one can say to him, "Oh, you didn't do that when you played in that." So yeah. But for me, I'm gonna go with. I'm thinking between Rooney or Drogba for my choice up top. So
Rooney or Drogba.
Yeah, one of the two, bro. Has to be.
Tevez is a shout too.
Tevez is a shout as well. Yeah.
I think I said Tevez.
He didn't say Tevez, I don't think.
No, he's had a couple of
shots. He did have him on the list.
He's popped up 2 or 3 times, I'd say, yeah. Very bitey, very odd-looking guy, Tevez. Very odd-looking guy. Especially with the hair. The way his hair was just like very unusual-looking character.
Who else?
No
doubt, Bernie. Plus, I think I have a little bit of a delay going on, so maybe that could be too.
Oh, you do. You have a massive delay. Probably about 7 seconds, I'd say. By the sounds of it. 5 to 7, that kind of thing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, see, you just heard me there. So, yeah.
Let me see. I'll
Yeah.
It's probably Windows. You got shit running in the background, but you got 4 people. So.
Bimbos.
I will close some of these windows. I also will close I know what probably is
Duncan
holding up
Ferguson.
my computer, which is often.
Duncan Ferguson. Evidently. I knew you would know that one. Yeah, Duncan Ferguson, man. Has to be in.
I'm not punching Duncan Ferguson, man. Are you crazy?
Yeah, man. No
He's
problem.
putting you in the. You're not waking up if you punch Duncan. You can have a go with him. That guy, jeez, he's a hard man. That guy, a proper hard man. They don't build him like him anymore, man. Wow. I would, yeah.
He's there for me. No.
You see, Bonkers is
wow,
right.
There's some names coming out.
Tony Cotty fits the bill a little bit more. Smug looking, Duncan Ferguson, I kind of respect that, Joe. Nothing.
Nah, man, bro. He hated Liverpool as well. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
If you'd square up to Duncan Ferguson, fair play to you. I mean, I'll be calling the ambulance, but yeah, fair play to you.
No problem, bro. You gotta handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But they don't make him.
One, man.
But no, Jacob, they don't make him like him anymore. He goes to prison for GBH, comes back out, plays football again because he punched the guy out. Like that's a different deal. It's not that long ago, man. But can you imagine that today? Like a footballer going to prison for knocking some guy out and coming back and getting a game again? It just won't happen.
Yeah, he'd be done for time then. Yeah, it's different nowadays.
It won't happen. Yeah. And people kind of respected him. Like, he was loved by, Big Donkey's hard, man. That guy deserved a slap or whatever. It wasn't his problem that, he came up against someone that could beat him up. That's the way that he was been. Everybody was like, yeah, good on him kind of thing. Nobody was like, he'd be cancelled, as it were, now. No chance. Lee, man, you are clown.
Big up, Youssef. Big up, Youssef. Welcome, brother.
Bless, bro.
Yeah.
Youssef. Oh yeah, I wanted him in my team.
That's a shot for the bench for you. You said
that's the bench. Yeah, 100% bench him. 100%. Gabriel, bro.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'd even put him in the first 11.
Oh, Troy Deeney. Troy would probably fight you back too, by the way.
The names are coming out now, the good names. Yeah, Troy Deeney, he's on there. He's got to be on the bench, 100%.
Oh, there's a good shout. That is a good shout, by the way.
That's another one there. Yeah.
Hey, no, calm down.
Coming out now.
We're still trying to figure out the forwards, though, people. We're still trying to
No, Yusuf, calm down here now. Calm down. Calm down now. Nobody's touching Shamey Coleman in this chat now. Calm down.
Okay.
I like Coleman.
Okay, we got 3 spots on the bench for these players, for some of these players you guys are nominating. We're just trying to get forward. So far, I think so far we have I listed off some names there. I said obviously Ronaldo, we had Drogba, Neil Maupay. I listed off Kai Havertz, Nicholas Jackson, Jamie Vardy.
Vardy.
Tevez, Van Nistelrooy, Eric Cantona, Wayne Rooney, and Diego Costa. That's a good list right there, I think.
That's a good list.
And maybe even, Kane, Bernie, I got you. What are we doing? What are we doing here, people? Let's go reverse order this time. Brian, who's your vote for? Your 2 votes are for who? I think Ronaldo and Drogba, you said, right? I want to make sure. Oh, Brian's on mute. My bad. Let's go to people
on the mute. He's on the mute. Okay, no. My vote was Ronaldo and Drogba, but
yes,
as long as it's Ronaldo and somebody, I'm cool.
You're okay with it. Yeah, okay.
I'm okay. But as long as it's Ronaldo and somebody. So, but my other was Drogba.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just answering. Andy Carroll, by the way, too, is getting a shout too. By the way,
good nomination.
Another big man. These people are getting very brave all of a sudden. They're going up against Andy Carroll, Duncan Ferguson, Diego Costa.
I know.
These people are going to mess you up.
Yeah, you guys are definitely getting. I mean, Benteke.
But Benteke seemed like a cool guy.
Who's punching Benteke? I mean, what's happening to these people?
I know. What's Benteke doing? What's he doing wrong, man?
Yeah. You're forgetting about the Ramoses and the Silvas of the world. Come on, get your
Benteke was cool.
Bernie's punching Michael Owen now. See, this is what
that's a good nomination.
We said no red on red violence. Now all of a sudden we're gonna see that going here. I might have opened up that door, unfortunately.
Michael Owen. That's who mentioned him as a top name.
Bernie, more of a slap for United, I suppose. One of those.
Frankie Carroll,
how dare you?
His ponytail wouldn't be a punch; it'd be a pull of the ponytail.
You know what? I reckon Owen. I think he's
all right.
He's a good name.
So, Nalante, are you with us? Let's see if Nalante's with us. Yes. Who are your 2?
Yeah.
Who are your 2 votes going to?
Suarez, Juve.
Oh, I don't know her with the Suarez and no, Juve is on the bench, man. So you can
He's
have
definitely
it.
on the bench.
You don't have
gotta
to
get
pick. You
one other
don't have to
player.
pick Juice.
You don't
Yeah,
have to-
you can leave Juve because he'll be on the bench. So you
He'll
can
be
On the bench, all right. Suarez, Zlatan.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
once he's done with Barton, he's moving on to Zlatan.
Yeah. JK, who are your votes for?
Owen Zlatan.
We are not making this easy for me. Okay, Owen. We got it and
See
who
what
else
you
you
started now, Bernie, with your
I know.
Owen show.
And who was the second one?
Zlatan.
Zlatan, bro.
Oh, so wow. Early lead.
Actually, you know what? Change mine to Ronaldo because as much as I dislike Zlatan, yeah,
Thank
Ronaldo,
you,
yeah,
Ronaldo.
scumbag. Yeah, let me go back. Yeah. Suarez, Ronaldo.
Making sure that Ronaldo gets in there, I guess.
'Cause I did want him in anyway, so yeah. Since you're playing
gotta
him
put it.
up front, so
Okay. So we have Ronaldo, Drogba, Suarez, two for Ronaldo, Zlatan, and wait, does Zlatan get in there now? Well, no, there was two, yeah, and then Owen. Okay, so Lee, who's your vote for?
As we pair up front, or just the bench?
No, it's pair up front. Forwards.
I'll go for Eric Cantona and Cristiano Ronaldo, two United players, or two United players when I found them annoying. I don't find Cantona that annoying. I still find Cristiano Ronaldo very annoying. But not so much.
You might not, but a couple people in the front row do. But anyway,
well, at the time he was just yeah.
I would say that there's a couple people in the front row, or maybe even the second, third row, don't really like.
Oh, his aim was pretty good. He only got the one dude.
Yeah, okay.
The one that mattered.
All right. Let's see. I'm looking at the chat here. I put your vote in there for you. I think Ronaldo is a shoo-in. Bernie, I got your vote in. I'm trying to see if there's anybody. Oh, wow. Yeah, this one opened up a Pandora's box here. Bernie.
Yep, I know.
Wow.
Bernie with her Owen and all of that.
Wow. He's got a full squad.
Yeah, she got a full squad. She's like, let me get my book out. Let me get my own book out for you.
You know what I mean? She wrote over the years of many pissed her off.
I like it. I like it, Bernie.
That's cool.
Let's see. Oh wow, Youssef with the Henri shout. Okay.
Yeah, good little choice, you know.
Yeah, that was a good choice. I agree with that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's on me. So I don't have to vote for Ronaldo. At least he's out of the way because he's definitely in. I'm going to vote for. I can't believe Diego Costa didn't get more votes. By the way, that guy.
Yeah,
it's a heavy field. It's a heavy field.
It is.
You know what I mean? Choices.
I thought Diego would be. Yeah, I thought Diego would be in a little bit more mentioned. That's all. Oh my goodness, that guy. I mean, that was like half of his purpose of being on the pitch. Sometimes was just to annoy you.
Oh yeah, great player though.
Oh yeah, great player.
One of those guys you love him when he's on your team, you hate him when he's on the opposition.
You hate him when he's not on your team. Yeah.
You know, could you imagine a front line of him and Suarez? Can you imagine if we'd signed Diego Costa to pair up with Luis Suarez? The carnage all over the pitch.
Absolutely. The players would have to wear the little Peter Check like helmets so that their ears don't get bitten off, and like, you know, have to wear extra padding. maybe not.
Yeah, I feel sorry for the guys in training. Can you imagine them two playing against you?
Oh, that's a
shame. They're two teammates. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I've a bit of a cold today. I don't want to, put you. I'm not going to go to those lunatics, man. Come on, man. Would love to see.
I would say Lacazette more than Aubameyang.
Lacazette is a shout. That is a shout.
You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah,
that is a
shout.
Yeah. All right, I have to be the bearer of bad news to someone. All right.
Oh no, Shearer does smug face. Seriously, Shearer does smug face for a living, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to
When they do that thing and Shearer says to somebody, "Oh, but I have the record," yada yada, and he does that. Basically, trademark Alan Shearer's smug face. That's really punchable. That seriously is punchable. But yeah, he's coming back at you too. But,
okay.
Yeah. So what are you doing? What are you doing? 12 pound. What's your choice?
I was trying to vote for someone just to break a tie. But
you got to put Jermaine Jenas in this team somewhere on the subs bench, but he has to be in there.
Commentator.
He has to be in there.
Commentator. He could be the play-by-play. Kevin Nolan, Sanchez. Okay.
Strikers, guys.
Strikers, though.
So it's Ronaldo.
I have to go. I have to vote for Diego Costa. That player was the one.
That's not really breaking.
I can't stand. Drogba was so annoying on the pitch. He's a nice person, and he's a nice guy in person. But so if you hear that Drogba, you can still let me in at the games. But
yeah, because he owns Phoenix Rising.
Exactly. So I gotta be mindful of that.
Yeah, this is getting personal again. I don't like.
I never found him particularly annoying, Didier Drogba. In fact, not at all. I just found him like he was just so good that it was annoying that he was that good, but I never found him annoying. I know he was like quite aggressive and surly on the pitch, but he never bothered me, Drogba, in that way.
I have to go Diego Costa. Diego Costa was like an absolute he's again like what Brian said. He was a player that was so. If he was on your team, you'd be all about him. You'd love every action he did. But when you had to play against him, the dirty, dark arts, just just the extra BS that oh man, that guy was so incredibly annoying. And the fact
but what the best thing about him is? You know what the best? Yeah, the fact that he was playing for Chelsea, but he was never sent off.
Never.
If you talk to people about him, they'll act like he kicked people, he got red cards, he's a lunatic, a madman. Never got sent off because he knew exactly how far to push to the line.
Yep.
And then he'd look at a ref, what, me?
Yep.
I mean, all I did was, call his mother a bleep, bleep, bleep and grab him by the, and grab him by this and, twist his nipple. I mean, that was just a bit of football stuff.
This is football. This is a bit of fun.
And the other guys other people are basically, he's the master of getting other people sent off.
Yeah, he was so good at it.
He would wind other people up to the people who didn't normally do that would just break and like swing at him or whatever. And then they're the ones going off. And he's just sitting there going, I'm just Diego Costa. I just said some stuff about his family and pinched his arse. Or,
Diego Simeone for the way he fell over when Beckham just about touched him.
God, I love it. That was hilarious.
It's amazing how many
the stupidest red card of all time.
I know, yeah. But he's a stupid person, isn't he, Beckham? You know what I mean? That was it was intolerable though, the face on Simeone, like he'd been butchered or something.
Absolutely incredible how many names people are just shelling out. This Pandora's box is definitely. How could we have forgotten Anthony? How could we have forgotten that?
No, we have a bench.
We have a bench, though. Yes, thank goodness we have a bench, by the way. Thank goodness.
We only have one on it. So we have a bench of 2. We have a bench of 3, and El Hadj Diouf is already on it.
Yeah, he's already on it.
He's definitely. So we need 2 subs, and we need a manager. And we've already
Ronaldo
for JK. We put Jermaine Jenas in the commentary box. Yeah. So we've got a commentator. He's our co-coms. So all we need is 2 more subs and a punchable manager.
Right. Well, we need actually 1. Jenas. We could do, and then we could do.
That's a bloody lot.
Oh no! Oh no! Great.
What you do?
While he takes care of that, so you don't have to see him deal with his
Yeah,
Probably.
don't take them straight from the microwave, dude. You got to give that time.
Yeah, you gotta give it time to cool a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that stuff will blow up on you, man. Do you remember that guy, the Premier League guy? Can't remember what his name was.
Jack Grealish
Blinded himself. A couple of years ago, he blinded himself temporarily by trying to poach an egg in the microwave. So he took it out of the microwave and the thing just exploded in his face.
Wow.
That happened to a Premier League player recently. Yeah, microwaves, man. You got to be careful with that shit.
You gotta be careful with that.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful with that.
Yeah, I think he just lifted the lid up. Boom, off it went. I think it was Begovic. No, it wasn't Begovic. It wasn't Begovic.
Okay. I guess I made an executive decision to go with Diego Costa because there wasn't any doubles really. So I'm just putting Costa in there at the forward position. How about for our bench? Like you said, I have a vote for Jack Grealish.
Oh, the punchables on the bench. I got to have Robbie Savage. Robbie Savage on
is
the
a
bench.
shout for the bench. Anthony's a shout for the bench. Let's see if anyone I missed on here that I would love to.
All those people that you didn't get in earlier on, shout them out.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. I was going to make a shot for Mario. I got you. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready, Lee. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me do this real quick.
Who else did we miss out earlier on that was controversial?
Let's see. Can we have a bench of 11? Yeah, it's a friendly match apparently now.
Yeah, I'll go with Juve, Savage, and who else didn't get in? That's an awful dickhead and punchable. Pepe. That's my three. There's a three for you, so that'll be my three.
Who are your nominees, Nalante? Let's see what okay, we'll skip on Nalante and we'll skip JK because they both were on mute. Lee is handling his business. You ready for this one, though?
Yeah, what you need from me?
The three candidates that you'd like to put up.
Well, Juve is already kind of given.
Yeah, or two. You could put three up, but only two. Only two.
Juve is a nasty piece of work. Who else?
Oh, that's a shout you said. That is a shout. Antonio could get in there.
That's a shout, big time.
Cahill, okay. What's his name? Okay, Wayne Rooney is a shout. I'll put that down. I see your vote there. Down there.
Yeah, Peter Reid annoying me in derbies for Everton. Peter Reid was one. Going way back. I started with Pat Van Den Hauwe because we started at left back, so I'll give him one of his teammates and all. And Lineker was in that team as well, for one season because Bernie mentioned him. There was other Man United and Everton players that used to do me head in. Maradona, Diego Maradona, Diego Simeone. Diego Forlan. Let's keep it with the Diegos. Diego Forlan was annoying.
Okay.
Diego Costa, or just straight up Diego to play for you.
Yeah. It's Diego Day.
Who else are we putting down? I have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 nominees.
See,
JK,
Bernie gets it. Bernie gets it. Bernie knows that it's the smugness that's important to the punchability.
I know JK has to take care of things somewhat similar to myself. So, Lalante, are you with us by chance? Let's see if he is. Pickford is already in a goalkeeper, so don't worry.
Yeah, he's in. And anybody talking about Arteta, don't forget we have a manager pick as well. So
Yep.
Robbie Savage was a good shout, Brian.
Yeah,
he covers a lot of ground, like being an arsehole. Robbie Savage.
He does exactly. He covers. Yeah, exactly. He scores high on all the metrics, and the big fucking stupid head on him, as we would say over here.
Yeah.
You know, it's
that was his thing as a player. His asset as a player was to cover a lot of ground. You know what I mean, and do the dirty work. Like, but as a knobhead, he covered a lot of ground as well. Like Robbie Savage.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those very, very few rare Welsh people who was a total arrogant twat. Most Welsh people are really kind of chilled. They're really Welsh people are great. They're great fun. Really chilled out. Really kind of they're not arrogant people at all. They just like a good they like a laugh and all the rest of it. But he's just one of those rare Welsh people. It's just like. I don't know, they're like from Essex or something.
Yeah, he grates on you, doesn't he? The more he talks, like the more he grates on you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so
we've got to make choices.
Yeah, we got to make the list here because we're at 2:10. We only have like about 20 more minutes left of the show here, so.
Have we got any of our boys back? Is Nolante back? Is JK back?
Nolante is ready and JK is ready, so. Let's go Nolante first, and then we'll go to JK. Nolante, who are your two votes for the bench? Be any position that you know.
Zlatan and Batty, David Batty.
Okay, and for you, JK?
For me, Michael Owen.
Okay.
And
we're saying we're gonna go not do no red violence.
Okay, let's go. Frank LaBouffe, he used to play for Chelsea.
Oh, I know Frank.
Whoa.
Yeah, I like Frank.
I know.
I liked him. Yeah, I thought he was okay.
Oh, God.
It's another
I guess you know why, because he is also on he's on ESPN FC, so he's one of the commentators or one of the pundits, I should say. So but he is very much like
No, but he played for Chelsea. He's just like annoying, wasn't he?
Yeah, no.
I get you. Okay,
so him and
how about maybe Zidane, maybe
Nicky Butt for Man United.
Okay,
someone said him in the comments earlier.
Someone said him earlier. I saw that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Nicky Butt then. LaBouffe.
Okay. And we got Lee's shouts as well. Lee, you gave a shout.
It is a 3-man bench, and
it's a 3-man bench.
But you
also got another guy, yeah.
No, well, there's only 2 spots open though.
No one mentioned Peter Schmeichel.
We've agreed. No, we've agreed that Jake is on that bench.
Oh, that's a great shout, by the way.
Oh yeah, I would have said Schmeichel for the keeper, but
there's
no way he's more punchable than Emi Martinez or Pickford.
No,
so.
He's up there though. He's up there.
Yeah.
I hated him, dude, when they were good. Oh, I hate him so much.
But the thing is, I can't stand him because he's still on TV. So you still have to see him talk.
But when they were good,
you still hear him talk his trash, which is just
the amount of times like they'd be 1-0 up in a game, and it'd be like 2 minutes left, and a team would get a chance against them, and they'd be breaking, and the amount of times this prick would save them. It was hard. Yeah, that's what I hate. I hated Schmeichel.
Yeah, he was quite vocal as well, which made.
But because he was so
annoying.
good.
He was annoying.
It's just because he was so bloody good, and they were so.
He was good, man.
Good.
He was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'd be like, it'd be the last line of defense. These guys are going to score now. Finally, Man United are going to get what's coming. They're going to lose now, and boom, bloody Schmeichel saves them again.
Yeah,
I fucking hate that guy. Really hate him. Yeah, because he breaks.
Yeah. So for me, Owen and Schmeichel are my choices for the bench. Right?
Owen and Schmeichel. Okay.
Owen and Schmeichel. Yeah, I'm gonna go with them too. I feel sorry for Frank Leboeuf now. All you guys like him. I'll leave.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm not.
Tell you the player for since you mentioned the player for Chelsea that I was so jealous that they had him and wish we had him at the time was Ramirez. Remember the midfielder Ramirez, the Brazilian. Ramirez.
He went to China, yeah.
Oh, he was a brilliant player, Ramirez. Like at the time around 2012, like and around them years, like he was such a good player for Chelsea. And so much better than what we had at the time. What we had at the time was nowhere near as good as him.
Yeah, that's a left field shout when you're saying the player Chelsea had that you wish we had.
Yeah. I was going to say, I can't say I hate him or that. It was with you saying, about Schmeichel because he was so good. But that was me. I don't know why it just popped in my head, but I was.
He would have been good in a Klopp side. He was built for a Klopp team. Hard working runner with quality. He would have worked really well in a Klopp team. Absolutely, no doubt. In a midfield three, run all day. Can pass.
I just remember thinking at the time that he was sort of like a symbol of the status above us, of them being above us, like in terms of the players that they had. I can't even remember who we had specifically at the time, but it wasn't good our midfield.
Oh yeah, Emre Can, Joe Allen, those kind of.
We had Charlie Adam, I think, around that time. That was who did he play with? Charlie Adam, but it wasn't a good midfield. Stevie was there, but like it was just towards the end with Stevie. But Charlie Adam.
Yeah, let's not talk about him again. He's pretty punchable too, but to be honest.
All right, so who are we going with on these two spots here?
It's up to you, man. You've had a million different votes.
I know. This list is like about 22 people deep.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. It's up
Mike would number one for me.
The only one that I would go to bat for in a big way would be say Robbie Savage. But I'm just happy that Juve is on the bench. So whatever else happens, that's cool. Because you've got no consensus there. You've just got a load of different names. So which two piss you off the most? Go with them.
There's a lot of names here, though. Nicky Butts, Zlatan, who else was on this list? Bate, Jack Grealish, Anthony is a player that I can't stand. He is annoying.
Stick him in. That's number two.
Savage, Rooney, Antonio. Some good shouts. This is our list, though, not all mine. So that's why I'm not doing any craziness here. What do you guys want to go with? Who do you guys want to go with?
Are we okay? Would we be okay with if I'm not going to pick one of my guys. Jose Rooney. Will we put Rooney on the bench? Yeah,
Rooney's a good shot for a bench. He's been nominated.
Yeah, Rooney and Schmeichel, man.
Rooney. Okay, so we've got Rooney and Juve so far.
So far, yes.
So give it to Rooney, and then someone else.
Oh, you know who I did want to get in? No, I know who we have to have on the bench. We have to have this player on the bench. We have to have Richarlison on the bench. We have to. How you cannot want Richarlison and his pigeon hands? He's one of the most annoying players to watch.
He's been one of the standout performers in recent years for being an annoying twat.
Oh my! It's almost Richarlison has to be a strong shout. Whether with Everton and still with Spurs.
But
Yeah,
just
but you
remember,
have to-
we're going
One
all
of
time
the
here.
most
We are going all
annoying
time here.
players. He went from a team that
all
I don't really hate on Spurs like that. And I
You
still
know they
can't
always say with
stand
players
him.
without their edge,
Stand him.
yeah, Richarlison without his edge wouldn't be the same player. But sometimes when I watch him, I think he'd be a better player if he didn't have a fit all the time, like, and moan so much. Don't mind players moaning; they all moan when they don't get decisions. But he goes on so long, Richarlison. He keeps on about it for ages, and I think it's probably to his detriment. He will be a better player if he let things go sometimes. Because I do really like him as a player. I think he's really good, Richarlison. I liked him when he came, to Everton. I had my eye on him, like, and he is a very good forward, Richarlison. There's no doubt of that.
That's cool. Why not? Since you have so much love for him, why don't you do a celebration for us? And you can show your camaraderie with the pigeon. Oh my goodness, dude. He's just he's got a punchable face. I'm sorry, he's got a punchable. That's a punchable face.
Yeah, but 12, bro, has he annoyed you more than ever Schmeichel ever did? Like, for me, Schmeichel annoyed me through all for
we're
years.
talking all time here. We're talking all time.
I would say Richarlison's annoyed me more, actually, because Richarlison does it more often. And Schmeichel was annoyed, but Richarlison's just like non-stop, innit? Well, every time you see him live, every time we play against him live and you watch him for a full match, like, he's just at it all the time, isn't he, with his whinging?
Get him in. Put him on the bench.
Schmeichel?
Whoever you want, either Schmeichel or
Schmeichel for me.
We need a keeper, right? We don't have a keeper, so let's
we
put
don't
it
have
that.
a keeper, so
so stick the keeper on the bench.
All right, we might have to extend the bench to 5 players because apparently,
do it, bro.
Because we already have Rooney, Schmeichel.
No, we have Juve. Rooney.
Right.
They're guaranteed, right? We've agreed on them, Juve and Rooney. So just give the last place to Schmeichel, and we'll pick a manager.
You've got to have a manager.
So we have 2 strikers, and then we can pick a manager.
I was more so the reason why Richarlison too was Richarlison and even Anthony is more on the lines of what your criteria was, Brian, but for me at least. And Frank,
Anthony's very punchable.
Frank can go into there too. Frank
Anthony is very punchable. Oh yeah, definitely. I think the smugness of Richie.
Tell me, everyone did not want when you, especially when we were dealing in the pandemic, when you heard what Fat Frank had to say to Klopp, the smugness the sheer fact to say what he just said made. Oh my gosh,
that was
just like it's just like, come on, dude. It's just
we know what Tory's doing. He's a Tory.
Oh, well, that even more so then. Yeah.
No, he's a bully.
Young conservative of the year, Frank Lampard. That's his vibe.
That's his vibe.
Yeah, it is. Fucking is, man.
So Schmeichel, Rooney. By the way, honorable mention, Anthony, and then anyway, and
no one mentions goals. Paul Scholes, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
Oh, you gotta have him in there. Oh,
maybe some people are in defeat. I guess I don't know. I guess
Scholes never smiled, never did nothing. Always had that same face. You know what I mean?
It's a joke. It's only a joke. I'm only joking.
From Manchester, obviously you're gonna be pissed off.
Yeah. I know. I saw Scholes and he was on the overlap with Jamie. Actually, he seemed pretty laid back. All right, coach. Who is the coach? I have Simeone is my nominee for coach. Who would be your nominees? We'll go Lee, JK, Milante, and then Brian.
Simeone is a good solid shout, 12. I like that one. But I'm going to go for Neil Warnock for that one thing where he tried to pretend Stefan Honcho spat at him. And when you seen the footage of the incident, there was nothing there. Only a madman could say that. But he was annoyed because his team had been beaten fairly late on, and it was a tight game, a tight cup tie. But he just made a royal knob of himself by trying to say the honcho spat at him. Like,
okay.
No.
I'm putting down your list, chat. Don't worry, I got your list. I got your nominees for it. I'll announce them at the end.
And don't forget my question as well.
Deserving too. Oh, I have.
Really, what I remember is that irritated me so badly because it's in my head for weeks, doing my head in. Once it's seen like how much of a non-event this spitting incident was, I just really done my head in, like.
Okay.
Got a new warning. So
Bonkers. Do you want? Yeah, you got to pick one. Bonkers. Is it Dice or is it? I have Dice written down for you, but I see you just put out another name.
Like for me, I just love Dyke's accent. You know, the way he talks, his voice sounds so deep, and like he's been smoking 50 packs of cigarettes a day.
Probably.
You know he actually makes me laugh.
Yeah, it's really.
I got you. Bonkers. I got your nominee in here.
But for me, I'm going with Arteta. Like number one guy. The guy is so annoying.
That's like a second.
I can't even imagine how. Like he's an undercover Liverpool hater, big time. Like he played for Everton as well. You know what I mean? So for me, he has to be the manager.
You
also play for Rangers.
Yeah, but for Rangers as well, bro. Another team. God.
Nalante, do you want to put a vote in, Nalante? See if he comes back on. Yes, go ahead, Nalante.
Yeah, some good names. The Cone Man and Ornock. Allardyce is another one. Flipping arrogant piece of big old Pakistan. And he's outlandish. Should be England manager. Cocked it up within 60 seconds, didn't you? But there's only one guy for me, and he was the surge of us in the 90s, early 2000s, and I can't stand him as a manager. Exactly, old red nose whiskey. And I'm not going to call him sir. I'm just going to call him Alex Red Nose Ferguson or Whiskey Man.
There you go.
Influenced the referees, influenced the referees. You know, he had them in his back pocket, and he was the surge of us. Honestly, I cannot stand him. But old Whiskey,
he did. He had it all his own way with the media until that business.
Exactly.
And his son, when the BBC made that documentary, up until then, you know what I mean. The sun shone out of his arse, like. He had the media in the palm of his hand, like. You know.
He was good at what he did, though. You know what I mean.
He's a great manager, great manager.
Yeah, I mean, we can't deny him. I dislike him, but yeah, we can't deny it. He's the greatest Premier League manager in this history, and obviously for me, he's only second to Pep. But again, that's another conversation. But as Lee, as you all know, mate, he was a right winger. He's a right rat face, and obviously the rivalry with us was heated up. But again, he backed it up, unfortunately. But Whiskey Man.
Yeah, well, like he'd go to the point of saying that Anfield was like, and it was as a ground, it was not very good at the time when he said it. But pointing that out for a manager, you'd expect rival fans to say that. But if Arnie Slot came out next week and said about United's roof, I'd be surprised. You know what I mean? Or if he said this place needs a paint job, I'd be surprised. But
Fergie said it because he wanted to get the United fans on his side. So he'll say it, you know what I mean? They'll be like, he's one of us, like coming out of the comments that he used to come out with.
That annoying chant that they've got, Fergie's right, your bags are shite, Fergie's right, your bags are shite.
All right.
Their songs are annoying.
Right.
Well, they just
Old Trafford will be the stadium.
It's on you.
They just sacked Sir,
Yeah. I heard they can't come back. They told him to leave or something, I don't know.
No, it's hilarious. We're going to cut 10 jobs from the IT department. Yada. And then, and by the way, Alex Ferguson, that guy, you're out the door, man. $2 million a year for what? Showing up to a game. Watch you get beaten by Liverpool, so the cameras can cut you looking sad. No. Out you go, man. That just shows you, man. We did it to Shankly.
We would never do that to Kenny.
No, but it just shows you, man. Sometimes football is a lot more ruthless than some
Than you
people
think,
like
yeah,
to believe.
yeah.
I wasn't aware of that. This is the first I've heard of it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I heard
But
about it today,
I would have had, just in terms of most punchable face, definitely Koeman, like I said earlier, really punchable guy. Everton manager.
That's not
But
making this easy.
No, but give me 2 seconds. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll leave him to one side. Right now, definitely most punchable manager in the league, Mikel Arteta, by a country mile. Right? But
100%.
until Nilante said it, I hadn't really thought about it. But because of absolutely everything and the way he was a complete dickhead about everything, definitely Ferguson for most punchable manager. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So there's another one. That's 2 votes for him on the panel, at least. So we have 2 votes for Arteta. Wrong button.
Probably is if you're a Leicester fan right now, Youssef. He looks like he's taken a few in his time, but right now the Leicester fans would, by the sounds of it,
yeah, they're not
pretty
happy.
punchable.
They're not happy. I would go. I'm surprised that Jose didn't get a shout too. By the way.
Oh, Mourinho.
Yeah.
Mourinho. Bernie's number 2 is Brian Clough.
Okay.
Yeah. Very arrogant. Guy got a job done, but a very arrogant guy. If he didn't work for you, he would. Yeah, one of those guys. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's true, Bernie. That's true. That is true. He came out later in years gone by and did apologize for that, but at the time he did do that, and it was more impactful at the time that he did it than 10 years later or whatever it was when he finally apologized for it. So, yeah, bit of a prick, definitely.
I am going to vote for Sam. Big Sam, huh? Red for life. Okay. So, yeah, the nominees from all the nominees, Big Sam got a nominee. Jody Morris. Arteta. Who else got one? Who was yours again, Lee? You went with
the manager. Neil Warnock.
Yeah, Warnock. Just want to make sure I had that right. Okay.
Yeah, but he fabricated this ludicrous tale of Stefan Oncho spitting at him, and he didn't.
Oh, I already voted, actually. I was first to vote. I said Diego Simeone. I said Simeone.
Big Sam, you got Pulis, plenty around the most. Too many.
I have to break the If I had to, that's a tough one to break the tie on because Arteta and Fergie are 2 strong candidates.
Moyes was like Fergie's understudy for hating Liverpool, and he was like a sour-faced knob when he was at Everton. David Moyes hated him when he was Everton manager.
I think they both hate us as well. That's the reason why. I think Fergie, I think, does not like us, but I don't think that Arteta likes us at all either. So it makes it much more one.
Oh no, Fergie hates us.
Yeah,
Fergie genuinely hates us. He respects the.
As much as I want to say Arteta, I'm gonna go with Fergie. I'm gonna go with Fergie.
Yeah, it was that spanking we gave his Aberdeen side in 80-81 in the second round of the European Cup. He never got over that.
So it's been so much fun recently though when they do the whole us spanking them and they cut from the Kenny Dalglish to Fergie in the stands. It's been so much fun recently when they do that. Fergie sitting there looking more and more pissed off,
Yeah.
Kenny sitting there giggling and laughing and all of that. It's like, that's been brilliant. That's been one of my favorite things over the last couple of years.
I think the best one for
That
his
was
face
hilarious. That was
was
so
when
funny.
the best one for his face was when we won 5-0 at Old Trafford. That was even better for his face because we did it in their backyard. The 5-0.
Oh, like he was chewing a wasp. Like he was chewing a wasp that was chewing another wasp. You know, he just couldn't have looked at it. And then they cut to Kenny. Like, and at the start he was all giddy, but by the end he was trying to like be respectful, you know.
Yeah.
Even though it was, oh, it's a fifth, it's like, oh, you know, gently applauding or what. But when it was 3-0 up, oh man, you could just see the joy in his face. That to me is some of the best TV over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
In those games, just the way they cut to the two of them. Fergie just looked more and more pissed off. Every goal going in. That's probably why half the reason this Ratcliffe guy, I guarantee you, that's half the reason he doesn't want him there. Is this kind of shit? Is because every time something goes wrong on the pitch, boom, camera cuts to Fergie. Every single time a goal goes in, within like they do the replay thing, then they put the camera on Ferguson. You know, especially but it's not just against us. They do it every game they play, I'd say. So he's just like, can we just get this guy out of here? So that, you know, he's making the rest of us look like
when
idiots.
you think about how marvellous the 7-0 was and how odd it was to beat a close rival so heavily, the 5-0 away was even more impressive, I think, you know, because it was there. Because it was there.
Definitely.
Mo gets his Naby Keita open the score, and didn't he? It was almost a perfect 90 odd minutes, like, wasn't it? You know what I mean? The entire 90 minutes was lovely. And Pogba getting sent off because Keita was running the show and he got annoyed, slammed into poor old Naby. But it was just brilliant, that game. It couldn't have went better. I've never seen us like dominate United so much at Old Trafford. It was unbelievable, that game.
Oh, the 5-0.
5-0. With Naby Keita played a blinder. Bobby played
the high fives. That's a FA. That's a FIFA thing, I guess. Whenever you score 5, whenever you go 5-0 up, or at least in a couple of versions, whenever you go up 5-0, you like the high fives. I mean, like the high fives, 5-0. All the same. All right, let me get this. List up for you guys. So we have Pickford at goalkeeper. We have Evra at left back. We have Sergio Ramos and John Terry as the scumbags. I mean, excuse me. I meant center backs. That was my fault. That was totally my fault. I was thinking.
Oh, God, it's despicable, 12. Despicable.
I'm sure I'm going to get clipped up for that one. All right, and we also have. Let's see, who do we have at right back? We have right back is Neville, right? We have left wing. We have Gordon at left wing. We also have in the midfield, we have Joey Barton and Bruno Fernandes, aka Master Splinter. And then we have on the right side, we have Bernardo Silva. We have up front CR7 and Diego Costa. That was an executive decision since there was no one vote for. It was one vote for everyone. And then we have on the bench Diouf, right? El Hadji. And then we have Schmeichel, and we have Wayne Rooney.
Top team.
Sorry, it's like a lot of random crazy notes on here, so that's why I'm looking for them.
And then Fergie on the bench.
Fergie is the gaffer.
Mm-hmm.
With Jermaine Genius in the commentary box.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, I wanted to put. Also, can I at least nominate? Since there's normally two people in the box, there's always like a color commentator and a play-by-play. Can I at least say Simon Jordan?
Oh no, Genius is the co-commentator.
Okay.
Clearly, he's the ex-pro guy. So if there's an actual commentator that you think is punchable, definitely. No. But I can't think of any of them that look.
I was going to try to get.
The guy from.
I'm just trying to figure out.
I know. No, I know.
I know who. The guy from TNT Sports. He don't really annoy me that much. It's that other guy from BT Sports.
Sam Matterface.
He's a bit of a. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's so sour and negative.
Who's this now? Who am I putting down?
Sam Matterface, but I think
Sam Matterface. Yeah, he used to be on like Sky Sports News.
Okay.
Just as like a newscaster, and ended up on it. But that's to me. That's just like the guy I hate. But
to me,
JK,
it's that guy from BT, bro. You know the guy from BT? He does all the Champions League games, the big games and stuff.
Martin Tyler, I like.
Peter Drury. Peter Drury, is it that guy? Ali McCoy or I know him.
Oh, yeah. There you go. That is, we did try to say that we weren't going to really put Reds in here, but
no, it spilled over as usual. It did spill over into a little bit of red on red violence. It spilled over.
I know. Because he for some reason does not. He sometimes you forget that he was a Red.
Darren Fletcher, bro, is the commentator's name I was on about.
Who you
guys have heard of him?
Darren
Fletcher.
Oh, Darren Fletcher. I know the guy you mean.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know who that is.
Now see, Norm knows. Norm knows. He says Matterface is a Chelsea fan.
Oh, got you.
I told you that guy has some. Oh, he has a sour bitterness about him. That guy, it's like.
I'm gonna take out, even though I wanted to get Simon Jordan in there somehow. Whoops, I wanted to get Simon Jordan in there somehow.
Oh no, Simon Jordan can be the.
He can be the owner.
He can be Matterface.
Yeah, he can be the
owner.
owner.
Exactly. No, exactly. We can have Matterface as comms. Genus as co-coms, Fergie as manager, and Simon Jordan as owner. Most punchable owner.
There you go.
Because he owned Palace, so he's an ex-owner, so he's definitely the most punchable owner.
There you go.
He was, yeah, Norm. He did. He married Natalie Sawyer. Everybody remembers Natalie Sawyer, like one of the early Sky Sports kind of gang. She was, she married Matterface. They're divorced now.
Is it?
Apparently.
Was she married to him? Is it?
Yeah, that little rat face looking guy, little dickhead Matterface.
This is getting out of control.
Ratterface.
I'm gonna have to put this as like
Ratterface.
I'm gonna have to change I'm gonna have to make sure I edit and change the discretion on this episode so that children do not watch this one.
It's past 10. It's past 10.
It's past 10. It is past 10. I was going to say real quick to answer your question. Because we're getting close on time. To answer your question, you asked who was a player that I really didn't really think about or really care about.
And then one thing,
but then he did something, and it made me kind of.
You have to hate them, but it's the only reason you hate them. It's not like they've ever done anything else. It's that one thing that they did.
The one thing, so I would have gone with Partey. I didn't really hate Partey for Arsenal until I saw him do the WWE move on Lucho and take him out. It's not his first time doing something like that, too, by the way. Or not his first time. It was the first time that I saw him do that. And then he's had a couple other incidents where he's been very, very underhanded with his tackles. But yeah, I would say that I have another possible candidate, but I don't know if
the one for me, the reason I brought it up is because I was just thinking about where, like, for me, it's Stephen Taylor, the Newcastle captain, because I was watching it live, and I can't remember who it was. They were playing somebody, right? And Stephen Taylor was like facing away from the play, basically, right? and one of his defenders tangled with an opposition player, shoulder to shoulder, and he just went to ground. And he pretended that the guy had elbowed him in the face. Right? And Stephen Taylor comes and run up, and your man goes. So there's a couple of people standing around going, making that like elbow, that elbow gesture with your arm going bang, 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 that kind of thing. Now, Stephen Taylor, if you see the replay, did not see what had happened in any way, and nothing had happened, right? And the guy, it was just a shoulder to shoulder, and some dickhead guy goes on the ground going, oh, Stephen Taylor turns around, right? Sprints back to the referee, stops the referee in his tracks, runs up to him, and starts doing that elbow in the face gesture, going, he elbowed him in the face. Bang. He elbowed him in the face. He was the captain, and the ref looked at him going, sorry, what? He goes, he elbowed him in the face. Bang, bang, bang. And he immediately sent the guy off. And I was like, you piece of shit. Because you didn't see what happened. You know for a fact that you didn't see what happened. And he ran immediately to the ref and basically got this guy sent off. And I was just like, I never knew anything about this guy before I knew who he was. But then I saw this one thing they did. And ever since he's done that, I hate this guy. I hate him. I was like, the guy literally did nothing. They just came together. His player, Ben Arfa, rolling around on the ground. Elbow me in the face. Elbow me in the face. Stephen Taylor goes running straight up to the referee going, ref, bang, but he hit him in the face. You need to go. And your man sent him straight off. And he never got any repercussions for that. The guy, it stood and all that. He took his 3-game ban. Whole lot. Nothing ever happened about it. And I was like, that was one of the worst pieces of sportsmanship I've ever seen. It was horrible.
Yeah, just certain incidents.
I hate that.
Yeah, really get on your skin, don't you? And once you've seen them, you can't unsee them.
That's what I'm saying. Never knew about him before. Never had an opinion about him before. Never cared about him. But ever since then, if ever I see him, I'm like, I hate that guy. Hate him.
I guess I could say maybe Ramos too. I didn't really hate Ramos until that Champions League matchup.
No, he was someone who I never thought, I thought, oh, he's a good player and he's their captain and that, but until he's done that, I had no malice towards him, but once he'd done that, and then he thought it was funny as well, he sort of rubbed it in after the final, making comments, didn't he? Saying, why are Liverpool fans upset,
Oh, that's the unnecessary bit.
Like you can see here, he knows what he's doing. That's some dark art. He knows what he's doing right there. He knows.
Do it on the pitch or whatever, but don't go.
Who knows? Who knows?
And then he's like going down the ground here. He's still got his arm. He's like pulling his arm in too to hold on to it, make sure he doesn't let go of him. And then still, as he's going to the ground, still has his arm in.
Yeah.
And then on the ground, you can see his arm still there, him rolling over.
Real Madrid not picking favorites, you know what I mean? Did he have to do?
Oh no, they've shown 12 man. They've shown he does.
Bun him, dude.
He does martial arts.
Yeah,
and they've shown that's obviously a move.
She's used his martial arts.
I agree with that completely.
They've shown that that's a move in the martial arts that he's proficient in. Mm-hmm. He actually, they all do. Oh, well, I did whatever it is. It's some version of judo. Yeah, it's because it's an arm grab and a throw. Yeah, like the people that do the martial art that he does were like, oh yeah, that's a move. Like they were just like, yeah, he's doing a move. That's what you do. You put him in. It's like, yeah, that's fully intentional.
Yeah, that was like, and then to come up and pretend like, oh, are you okay?
Jiu-jitsu.
He stood over top of him. Yeah. He stood over top of Mo Salah. And I'm like, dude, you're a piece of.
I exploded with that.
No, it's one of those throwdown moves. It's one of those things. It's not an attacking. It's one of those throwdown. When someone comes at you, it's like, yeah, if someone comes at you, you can grab their arm and throw them to the ground. But if you're really good at it, you can pop their fucking arm when you do it. Use their weight against them. What he did was use his momentum and his weight against them. Yeah, and he just threw them. So yeah, he didn't know that it was going to happen, but he's like, if I do this, there's a pretty good chance I might fuck this guy up.
Yeah.
And he got it right. Everybody,
Yeah.
I saw the videos back in the day. The people are like, oh yeah, he does whatever it is. Let's just call it jujitsu, right? They're like, yeah, that is literally, that's a textbook.
But that's why I'm surprised, though. I am still surprised. I mean, this is that I believe VAR was in that game. How is that not? That is still.
Thing is, we had no stops, did we? We had no.
That could have been considered a reckless challenge. I think, even though it's not necessarily a challenge, it's not even really a challenge. It's a it's like it's a play that is,
No, but he disguised it in a way. Yeah, look, the VAR thing. Look, it's done and done, but
it's done and done.
See the way that he did it. He actually disguised it in a way that it wasn't that very well disguised. Because, like you just showed it there, it's like, okay, like I can fall over with you, like Lee, me and you go up for a ball, and we both fall over. I might have my hand on your shoulder, but I'm not still going to have my hand on your shoulder after we've fallen, hit the ground, and tumble over. It's like, I'll have let go of you by then. You watch that thing, he still has that lock on his arm, right to the point where he's not letting go of it. Like,
by the way, I agree. Richarlison on Thiago was absolutely one of the other reasons why I can't stand Richarlison. That was an absolute. He didn't even give a he just got taken out. That's another reason why he was a piece of. Oh my goodness, he's a piece of work, dude. He's a.
There's Norm. We've been ignoring Norm. Norm is in the chat. He's saying the breaking of the arm comes when you lean the arm one way into your knee the other way. Like Norm will tell you. Like, Norm,
he's
what's your opinion?
Karate.
Exactly. Yeah. So when you saw that Ramos thing, did you think that's a move, or did you just think? What did you think when you saw it? As someone who does, I know it might not be the same thing, but
that's incredible too. By the way, that I'm sorry, I was just add to your comment, Irishman. That's
crazy,
incredible that.
It's incredible.
Ramos has that many red cards, but yet
he's mental. Yeah.
Diego Costa has I don't know. Does he have one red card maybe in his life, or does he have none?
Not in the Premier League. He was never sent off.
Never sent off in the Premier League.
In the Premier League. In the Premier League, he was never sent off. He probably has a couple. He's definitely been sent off for Atletico, I'd say. But yeah, Ramos is that's to do also with longevity. Yeah, like Norm is saying, he was certainly not wanting to let go of his arm. He knew if I hold, okay, we're both going to fall here. If I pull on your arm, it was, and it didn't happen quickly. It happened slowly. But yeah, anybody looking at that was like, "Oh, Liverpool fans! Oh, it's just conspiracy theories! He's not a jiu-jitsu master. He's an actor."
In interviews.
Oh no, but you remember the next day, everybody told Liverpool fans, "Shut up! It was an accident. You're imagining things that he intentionally did it. He's not Bruce Lee. It's like, no, he might not have, but you can tell he was trying to add more to it. Yeah. You know, of course, there's entanglement, but he could easily have removed his arm. He did not want to. Yeah, exactly. He kept on gripping and going, okay, if we slam to the ground, I'm going to do my best to ensure that you might get extra hurt in some way. You know, he wasn't planning on that.
In a way, it's huge respect to Mo. The form Mo was in, and he scored 40-odd goals, hasn't he, in his first season. And, the form he was in, you can look at it that way. He was so frightened of him. But, I mean, really, do you have to take a player out like that? But we've all seen it before. Maradona used to withstand a lot, didn't he, and go through a lot.
Absolutely.
And anything he could do, Pele got kicked a lot as well. But yeah, it was just
kicked, but you can't come back from a dislocated shoulder.
As Bernie just asked for this, I'm gonna show this too, because this is like
we had no subs, did we, for that final? Didn't have a bench, really.
This is what I mean, though. Freaking someone who I think should be on this list.
Yeah, that was awful. That was
it's this angle right here. It's like if you see it from here, like
No, he came pretty close.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, it's a
Come
particularly nasty one.
on.
To come in the same game
into someone's knee like that could be like that could have ended his career.
Everton went over the top in that game. We were champions. They didn't like it. And that and Van Dijk in the same game was just
yeah. You're right. We got ripped off in the game. We had 2 free clear goals disallowed. You know, Henderson winner. Yeah, everything we got just ripped off from start to finish.
That was never on defo level. Like it was that one.
Exactly.
Absolutely disgraceful, dude. This is disgraceful, and that's why, like I'm saying, Rich Rollison, he does not care. Like he'll play if he was on your team, you would be like all about him. But like he is a walking train wreck, dude.
Origi.
What was his one?
Origi.
Yeah, he fucked up Origi, man. Funes Mori.
Oh yeah.
That was like just as bad. That was straight in on the ankle. Boom, Origi done. Out you go, mate. Probably didn't play again for about a year. You know.
Yeah, our players copped for some outrageous challenges, like in some of them derbies, like.
But who was the guy they put? VVD put a guy out in that game as well before he got undone himself. Actually, in fairness, there was some nasty challenges. There were some we do kind of. I miss the old fire from the Merseyside derbies. I do miss that because a lot of them over the years now, you kind of get up, you're all ready and fired up for it, and it's a 12:30 game. And it's a horrible, boring game. It's 0-0 or 1. You kind of miss the old fire and thunder from back in the 80s. But then you see now, they just come in with the shitty tackles because they're getting beaten. They don't have the kind of fire over the kind of acceptable, strong play, good, fair challenges, good, strong challenges. Okay, someone can miss time with that'll happen, right? Whatever. But now it just seems to be. They're really boring games, and then every now and again, someone just go and kick someone really badly, as opposed to being like proper games for 90 minutes where 11 guys go at each other, and it's fine. It's good.
Right. There's gonna be tough. There's gonna be hard tackles and the likes. I can get that. Yeah. But there's a part point when if you're just going, it looked like Rich Rollison just said, you know what, I've had enough.
Yeah, we're getting beat 3-0 here, so fuck you. I'm just going to kick it. No, that's not part of it. It used to be we went toe to toe with E. You were just as strong as us. You were just as hard in the tackle, but we had the quality. But E beat us. Fair play. Now it's just like, oh, we got back 4-0, so we went and broke someone's ankle. Oh, nice one. Fair play. Fair play to you. Yeah, the Everton fans will love you. Yeah, you're a real hero now, aren't you? Yeah. We may got beat twice. We may lose every game against them, but I broke Van Dijk. I'm a hero.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
It was knee high, wasn't it? Like he scissor tackled him, and he was knee high. Sometimes they say tackles are knee high when they're not, when they're only halfway up there. This one was knee high, so got him right underneath the knee. I don't know what he was doing. It was absolutely bizarre.
Wasn't that the game? I think that was that the game that he set the record for most passes completed or something like that, or was it that against Everton? I think it was that. I think that was the game he did it. He played on after that too.
Yeah,
he played on after that tackle. I think he played on. I'm pretty sure. Norm could tell us. I'm sure Norm could tell us.
I don't think he did. I think he was on the sidelines and he tried walking a bit but.
And then it came off or something. I'm pretty sure he played on.
Yeah, as much as I don't like a lot of the physicality being taken out of the game, you just never want to see challenges like that. And you don't want to see them on your opponents either. There's just no place for them. That was just insane. That he lost his head there, Pickford. I mean, they weren't even getting beat, were they? It was 0-0 at the time. It wasn't like we were winning, you know what I mean? But they were so pumped up because we were recently crowned champions a couple of months before, and the best he could do was to kick us all over the park. And kick us all over the park, but fairly, so we just have a few bruises. Don't be snapping someone's leg in half.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can do nasty challenges that are fair in the way there are still fouls and they're nasty, but like they won't hurt. Well, it will hurt them when you hit them, but like it will, injure them. You can do that without injuring players. So it's the decision sometimes to injure someone, isn't it? That you think, like with Richarlison there, he clearly thought, right, I'm going to injure. Going in like that on Thiago, he must have knew like that. Thiago wasn't.
It was Chelsea. My fault. It was Chelsea. Yeah. No, I'm thinking of the one that he set the passing record was against Chelsea.
Yeah. Sometimes with those impact injuries, it's like you get a bang on the knee, which is actually a serious bang on the knee. But your adrenaline kicks in. So your natural, your natural painkillers, endorphins, they all kick in.
That's why Rodri was able to walk off.
Dude, I said it to you when the other guy walked off recently. When I said, like, if you see a guy going down on the ground, riding around and yada yada yada, and getting carried off on a stretcher, unless it's a broken leg, whatever. But if you see a guy that goes down and has this really if he can walk off the pitch, 9 times out of 10, the guys that can walk off the pitch have the most serious injuries. Those guys that can't walk off the pitch, that's just instant pain. Those guys that could, like you see Virgil when he did his ACL, he walked off the pitch. You're like, how could you not? How can you walk off a pitch? Surely you should be in agony. No, those ones, it's the guys that just sit down, take off the captain's armband or, whatever, and just go, don't even bother coming over. I'm going to take a minute. And they can get up and they walk. More often than not, they're the worst injuries. The ones where they can just walk off. The ones that are just instant pain. They're like, they have but
even when he could play again,
they can walk off.
Said, didn't he, Virgil, like, he started playing again and we were made up to have him back, but it wasn't the real Virgil for the first, 4 months, 4 to 6 months. It took him that long to recover once he was actually back and on the pitch. It still took time because it was such a bad one.
The experts in the field say that an ACL takes 2 years to completely recover from. If you do your ACL and it's a clean one, you get good surgery, to completely recover physically, it's a 2-year process between the moment you do it and the moment you could be considered physically back to where you were. Now that might be as a 22-year-old, but you do it at 32, that's different. So Virgil, I thought, did well to come back, but that's what they said, to get back as quickly as he did. Like even with the medical science the way they are now, an ACL, a bad one, that's 2 years. You take the time between you're off surgery, recovery.
Is Rodri's an ACL?
Yeah.
Well, I hope he doesn't return this season. That don't want to be nasty, but like if he
but he'll be 30 by the time he's back. He'll be 30. Rodri's 29 now.
Okay.
This is the thing. Rodri is,
to give us a chance of winning the league, maybe.
Look, my cynical mind says that's probably Rodri done. At his peak, he's just had his peak. He's just been best player in the world, won the Euros, won all that. The chances of him coming back after ACL, 2 years, yada yada, and come back to the age of maybe 30, 31 to dominate that position, it's unlikely. It's unlikely with your cold hard hat on about it, but
you're right. It's not easy. It's not easy to make the climb back, and I'm happy to see that Virgil did. There's those that doubted that he ever would or ever could come back from that kind of injury. But through perseverance and through the belief and through through the advancements of sports medicine, he has definitely
his natural fitness too. He's clearly a massively fit guy, which is why.
Yeah. That always helps, doesn't it? Everyone just assumes, all footballers are fit, but some are fitter than others, aren't they? Some have just like exceptional bodies in that way, and he's one of them people. Verge.
I'm glad that he is. I'm glad that he's a Red. So,
certain of it that we retained the title with him in the season 20 to 2021. We wasn't retaining that with him. That it was the loss of him. We absorbed it at first and was still still top of the league, and then we fell away spectacularly, didn't we? With our poor old Nat Phillips and Reece Williams, like that was all we had, and it weren't their fault. Neither of them had played a second of Premier League or Champions League football. Not 1 second. Either of them had played.
No, I was just gonna say. I think. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about Richarlison. I'm sorry, because I was thinking about the game. It was at Anfield that we had, and we were bossing that game from the very beginning, and somehow Spurs came back to tie it up on
3-3.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 4-3 game. Yeah, that was an annoying game. Oh god, honestly.
Richarlison scoring, taking off his shirt, doing his pigeon dance, and Diego said, "Yo, wait, hold my beer. I'll be right back."
Yeah.
PS5 settings. PS5 settings. If you watch Expressions, the Tottenham fan, his reaction, it's hilarious. Anything, it's funny. Yeah, vroom, occasion. No. Oh my. Oh mate, hilarious. I'll send you the link. Tom, I'll send you the link after. I'll send you the link. Oh, it's funny. It's hilarious, honestly.
Made the mistake for them, was it? Who did it for that? Who did the back pass that Jota got onto? Was it Ashley Young? Was it?
No. This is for Spurs. This is for Spurs we're talking about.
Oh yeah, for Spurs. Sorry, yeah, that's it. Yeah, somebody did a back pass for Spurs that Jota pounced on it for the 4-3.
Yeah.
Equalised. Somebody made a back pass. Who was it?
That's Spursy being Spurs. Spurs being Spursy.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's like as in that's the name. Like as in the sheer fact that that's connected to your club is just got to be painful.
Fuck off.
Maybe not. Okay. All right.
No, sorry, Jimmy. Are you serious? You fucking serious, man?
What happened?
I don't know. Sorry. Sorry, no. Did Barney put that up?
Are you sure? Is that true, Bernie?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man.
That's sad news. That's certainly sad news. Yeah. Well, I don't want to end on that, but like,
no, sorry. I'd stepped away from my screen. The first thing I saw pop up was that. It was a new flash on. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, that is sad news. We won't end on. But
yeah, kind of got me off my thing. Richarlison was something else. Something else I was going to bring up too. It wasn't about Richarlison, so I'm done with the pigeon. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say something. I don't know if I can show this or not. Let me see if I can show this. I'm going to see if I can pull this little clip up. We should do a show like this too. This obviously would be one of my early nominees for this particular. I think I can show it because it doesn't have any. I'll have to go to our YouTube pseudonym lawyer here, but it's 13 seconds, but it is. Actually, you know what? comic. It is. All right, I'll get it from 5th Second. I can show you from the 5th Second one. Hopefully, I don't show it on. Because the Anfield Rap put it on. The Anfield Rap has it on their Twitter spot, and I don't see anything. But I was going to ask, like, we should come up with a show where we come up with the, not necessarily the, like, where it has relevance, or it's like, it's, oh, that was like the winning goal, or this is, not those pretenses, but was one of the greatest goals or best goals you've ever seen in the Prem. And let's just stick with the Prem for right now, or we can go with this, the Klopp era. Let's just go with the Klopp era. Best goal you ever seen in the Klopp era. And I would love to do a show like that, because I was thinking, we were talking about Thiago. I did have a clip up, and I can show you the clip real quick. Let me show you. This is my early nominee for that show, if we ever get to do it. Oops. How can you do that? Don't worry, I didn't. I caught it in time.
You caught it just like he stroked, just like Thiago's strike.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The way that ball just it was wild how it like dipped.
Yeah.
Like right here, like he makes contact, but like right here, it like levitates again. It like
100%.
Yeah, it's almost like it touched the grass and just like it like kisses the top of the grass of the grades of grass, and then it's like that's enough to like deflect it back up. That's how like he hit that.
It's textbook for a finish of that type from the edge of the box, isn't it? One of those really classy ones. It's just like bang on the on a postage stamp. Where he wanted to put it, like he puts it there exactly.
Yeah.
He pured it. That's what he did. He pured it.
I
mean, it's
that
very
was
hard. Even if you're the best player in the world, even if you're a golfer, even if it's very rare that you just pure it. As I don't know if that makes sense, but that's a pure hit. Even as a pro, that doesn't happen often. Obviously, he hit that ball so sweet. That's just a pure hit, and he might do that 10 times in his career in a game that matters. You see Alonso. I've seen clips of Alonso in training at Bayern Munich, and in Leverkusen, passing the ball to people from about 40 yards away, 50 yards away, and he does that. He hits the ball like that. It goes so low, it never leaves the ground. Him and Thiago have the same technique when it comes to passing the ball. Like anybody else, if I try to pass a ball to somebody over 40 yards, it has to go up at some point. These boys can hit a ball over 40 yards at that kind of pace, and it just sticks to the ground. They can do it all day in training, but that kind of hit, like even Thiago would say, this is one of the most talented players we've ever had in terms of striking a ball, first touch, all that. Even he will say, I'm not sure I've ever hit one better than that in a game, in a real game. Just to sit the way it did, like hoverboard kind of style.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it just sits there.
Like,
no spin on the ball, but it's hit right when the ball doesn't spin. If that ball is spinning, it's not hit right. If the ball doesn't spin, it's hit perfectly. Like they used to know back in the day, the older players would know. It's where the bit where you pump the ball up. If you can hit right on that, that's where you want to hit it.
Yeah.
These boys know. But even then, like in a game, it's coming at you. You hit it how it comes at you. But very rarely when you pure a ball like that, you get to choose how to hit it. Boom. That's one of the best. Yeah.
That was one of the best strikes I've seen in it was just incredible. It's moments like that make me sad that you had your Richarlison tackles on him, and you had he's had other injuries in his life. I understand that, but to see that we were kind of robbed of being able to rely on Thiago the way that if we had been able to rely on Thiago the way we could have and should have been able to, I think that silverware cabinet would have a few more pieces in it, to be honest with you.
I was watching a thing about him earlier on, and I'd forgotten
that he's in
actually
he's at Disney World. Is that one?
No, it was like about 3 months. Like we didn't sign him out of the blue. That thing was going on for so long. You know, the whole Thiago to Liverpool thing. That was actually, when you look back at it, that was a proper saga. It wasn't like we picked him up. It was like months and months and months of he's going to Liverpool, and I said, oh, he's about to sign any minute now. And like 2 months later, he still hadn't signed, or 3 weeks later, still hadn't signed. That was a proper saga. It went on for a long time. That was the season when we basically didn't sign anybody. After we'd won the league, we didn't sign anybody. And if we hadn't signed him, that was pretty much it. But
what's your gut feeling on January, chaps? What's your gut feeling on January? Any business being done for LFC, or do you think it'll be a quiet one and we'll wait for the summer?
I think we might get
business.
We might go back in for Zubimendi. We might go back in for
definitely business.
Yeah. I've got my fingers crossed. A little encouragement there, like in January, like squad wise. We could go all the way.
Yeah.
You never know.
Real quick to the chat before we leave, because we're already on the runway. I'm bringing up a topic, but it's not a topic we're going to cover today, but it'll be for another show. I'm just asking if there is, in the Klopp era, if you have a goal. Now, again, this is a goal that is just beautiful goal, not a goal that is like it won us this game, or it was so great because of this or that. Or because of the score. That has nothing to do with the score. I'm just saying a goal that was just an absolute worldie. That's what I'm asking. If you have one, if you can think of one, tell me in the chat. And I will try to get either a picture or a clip to reference it when we do that show. I'll petition to get us to do. The panel doesn't have to do it because we can, we can always just talk backstage or something, or at another time. But if there is something that you guys want me to make sure that I include in that show, definitely tell me. Because I saw Norm. I saw the 2016, 2017 Mane goal as well.
Yeah, one of the best goals for sure of the Klopp era was Mane's goal away to Munich. Like that ball forward from Virgil, for him to elude Neuer in the way that he did, was fantastic, wasn't it? It was such a devastating goal for them to concede.
That's a good one. That was good. Mm-hmm. I'll give you Alisson header, even though that was a game winner. That's still, I'll give you Alisson. That was still an awesome header, considering it was a goalkeeper.
Yeah. I was going to
I'll give you that one. That one, that's about that. That one I'll let slide. That one definitely I'll let slide into there. That was.
Norm wants to ask Lee a question.
Oh yes. Norm, that's a question for you, Lee. Before we bounce here, he wants me to ask you, if you remember our goal versus Arsenal, and McMahon, excuse me, stops the ball going out in 1988.
Oh, very much, yeah. I remember that goal well. It was just superb. And McMahon just about got it on the line, but to come back and motor away from a number of players the way he did, and then, for it to end up in the net was just superb, yeah. That was a crazy, crazy goal. A brilliant one. I remember that night, Michel Platini was over there watching the footy, and he was saying, what a brilliant display by Liverpool. He said they don't play like an English team. He said all the others play like English teams, but Liverpool don't. He was very effusive in his praise. Effusive in his praise was old Michel that night. I just remember it like quite clearly because it was something out of the ordinary to see Michel Platini on Match of the Day speaking. Like he wasn't like on Match of the Day, but somebody had grabbed an interview and like say, "What you reckon?" Like, and he was full of praise after that 2-0 victory over Arsenal.
What a player.
Definitely. Definitely. So I have some. There's been some incredible goals. Obviously, a lot of us connect the goals to the occasion. I guess you could say.
What about nobody's mentioned the Salah Puskas?
What's that?
Salah won a Puskas. Nobody mentioned that goal. The goal versus.
Oh yeah. We talk about
which goal?
The goal versus Watford, where he dribbles past like
literally the whole team.
He gets into the box. He goes past one, goes past another, tries, and even Liverpool fans are like, "That's not even the best goal he scored this season," because he got a lucky bounce, kind of, in that way that Suarez, you run at people, you're going to get one lucky bounce in a dribble where you beat a couple of people. But it wasn't, it was kind of like, it seemed like one of those ones where he was been given recognition for all that he'd done as opposed to the actual goal itself.
Yeah.
It seemed like,
that's a good one, Norm. Thank you, Norm.
Yeah, it was like when Scorsese got the Oscar for The Departed. It was nowhere near his best movie, but he'd never gotten an Oscar before, so they gave an Oscar for The Departed. It was like, it was a very solid type goal, but I'm struggling to think of like absolute birdies on their clock. I just immediately think of kind of like Bobby Firmino no look type goals and stuff, or Salah on the break and bending one in, very similar type of goals.
Or you could do like I know some might say the goal from McAllister against Fulham, I think it was. It was Fulham that he scored it. In the game that Dominic scored, we had like 2 or 3 goals from outside the box. Those are some incredible goals too.
See, KJ, I was going to say corner taken quickly, but we have to remember it's not about the actual moment. It's more about the actual quality of the goal.
Exactly.
Like, even if it was in like a 4-0 against Scunthorpe or something.
Exactly.
It's not about the context.
That's what I'm. Because everyone always says, like, those always make the highlight reels. Or,
iconic goals, iconic
goals. Yes, that's an iconic.
Definitely not quality goal.
But I'm saying what was like such a incredibly you're just like one of those goals where if you took that 100 times, you're probably not making that twice. That kind of goals. You know what I mean? That kind of goal. That like the ones that kind of defy gravity, like the goal that we just saw from Thiago, that kind of goal. Like, what was a goal like that? That was just like, wow, that was incredible. Or it could be like something like, absolutely.
It's when a really brilliant, beautiful goal comes at a dead important time, in a dead important game.
Then you've got magic.
Then you've got magic. Like the Mane one I just said away to Munich, right, where he rounded Neuer, long ball from Virgil. That was
Zidane versus Leverkusen in the Champions League final.
Yeah,
one of the best goals ever scored, but also the winner in a European Cup final.
Yeah, it was his left foot as well, wasn't it?
Right there.
Yeah,
that is the sweet spot right there. You can score that goal in training or something. Yeah, amazing goal, but do it in a fucking Champions League final to win the game. Okay, there's some added spice right there.
2022.
Singer at Newcastle. Yeah, that Trent had a similar goal actually, didn't he, to Thiago, in terms of like he had one that like he hit from about like 25 yards and just stayed low to the ground the whole time. Paying into he can hit him like that as well.
Yeah, he could get that in Trent. Yeah.
Right, that's what I say. Because like
to see more in the future.
Maybe I don't know if that one qualifies. I mean, maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe that's a little bit more of occasion. Maybe I was gonna say maybe like the goal that he had against City for Trent. That was a pretty dope goal too.
Mm.
Wasn't there a goal?
That goal Ox scored against City is a cracker. That long range.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
That's a great goal.
That's what I'm talking about. That one was a
couple of Coutinho, that other one against he cuts in, he just bends it. I mean, he's done it about 8 times, but yeah, those are some great goals.
Right, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Coutinho versus Newcastle. Okay, just give me some suggestions, and I will. That way, it's not just all what I think of as being the great strikes. You can have yours included, and we can have graphics to include it.
Emre Can was under Klopp, right? The Emre Can overhead kick was under Klopp. So that's right up.
Yeah,
that's right up there.
I thought it was for some reason I thought it was Shaqiri that did that, but okay. Didn't Shaqiri have like a?
Oh, he only scores bangers. Shaqiri only scores bangers, so yeah, he's probably got 1 or 2. Yeah, Shaqiri doesn't score tap-ins, man. He's got at least
never scored one in his life.
Yeah, he's got really good goals for us. Shaqiri, definitely, man. So there's one against
Shaqiri had a bicycle kick.
European team, he comes in off the bench.
It was against Manchester United too, against Man U.
Very Shaqiri. Yeah, very Shaqiri. I think the Emre Can one was against Watford.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Oh, that was superb.
The overhead kick.
Superb. Yeah. It was just the height that he got it. It was really high off the ground for one of those goals.
You know what? Was that? I don't think it was against. Nabi's got one too. Nabi's got one where the one where he like looks at the camera.
Yeah, that was a nice one from Nabi. Yeah.
Was that a game winner? Was that what you're saying?
No, I think that was a great goal. Great goal.
I think it was a game winner, that one from Nabi. I think it was a 2-1, maybe that. Or it
no. That I think I thought it was. I thought the Nabi one was in. I thought the Nabi one was in the 5-0, wasn't it? Maybe it might have been the 5-0. Because I remember he got injured. I think he got injured later on from Pogba later on in that game. And the reason why they took him, I mean, he didn't play that many games for us per se, but like one of the reasons why they took him out was because he was absolutely bossing the field.
Yeah, he was running the game. Yeah, his opener. Yeah, in that 5-0, his opener was superb, wasn't it? Like, it was a nice bit of movement. Like, and it was fairly simple as well. Like, it was a very simple goal, but a really nice looking one. It made United look scabby at the back, you know what I mean?
I have a quick question for Norm.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, I was about to say this one was for you, right?
I have a quick question for Norm because I know.
Oh, you going in?
Yeah, I have a good question for Norm because I know the answer to this. Who played the pass for that overhead kick? Which player played the pass that Can buried that overhead kick from? Because I know this because I've done it for a quiz. So who played that pass? I'm just wondering if Norm knows. I'm going to give Norm 2 seconds.
Okay.
No, Norm's got it wrong. Lee, do you want to guess?
I was going to guess that too.
Andy Robertson?
Yeah. No, wrong. 12 man.
Actually, I was going to say Lallana too, but
wrong. KJ got it right. Lucas Leiva. Yeah, KJ got it right. Lucas Leiva. Yeah.
Do you know what? Yeah, that's what was in my head first, Lucas Leiva, and then I thought, hang on, that was too long ago. But yeah, it was Lucas.
Yeah, Lucas pinged the pass in, and Chan scores the best goal he's ever going to score in his whole career. What a way to go! What a way to do it.
The moment you said it, I thought Lucas, and I thought, oh no, Lucas was too long ago, but no, it was really early in Klopp's reign, wasn't it? So Lucas was still here. He was a good servant, wasn't he, Lucas? He wasn't the best player, but he was a good servant. And he came as an attacking midfielder before he became a defensive midfielder, didn't he?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah, or a more attacking midfielder than what he turned out to be. But,
yeah, we thought we were getting a Brazilian number 8 kind of guy, and we got Lucas though.
He was great.
Brilliant guy.
Over the time he was great.
Oh, he's loved. Lucas is loved.
Yeah, he's a nice bloke, isn't he? Yeah.
He's loved.
Yeah, he is. Oh, he's definitely loved. He was at the. He was actually at the Philly game that I went to, and he spoke on. And he spoke on stage with Sammy. Actually. Sammy's flicks. All right. I got you. 12. Southampton. Away goal. Okay. I'm gonna put that down for Bobby. I think Bobby's best.
Bobby would have
Bobby's best goal for me. I don't know if it. I think Bobby's best goal, possibly for me, wasn't necessarily like as it was. It's sometimes for me it gets kind of, I wouldn't say murky, but like because it was more so the lead up to the goal where he like when it was the goal against Arsenal for me, that was one of Bobby's like best goals. But
yeah, one of my favourite Bobby ones towards the end of his career was the header in the San Siro against Inter to open the score and 1-0.
Yeah.
I think it was a corner. Yeah, it was from a corner, and he just glanced it. It was a really tough angle as well, but he got it perfect. I loved that header.
Yeah. So if not the West Brom dink, okay. Oh yeah. For Bobby, sure.
You could see it worked out that corner because, like, usually with a corner, it'll be from the opposite side. It'll come right over, but this was at the same side. The corner was at. It wasn't hit very hard. You know, it was just like. Dink.
Yeah, I mean, he had a bunch of. He was good at those like chip shots or the dink shots.
Yeah, just getting the direction perfect.
Because like the no look finish against Crystal Palace was like one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
But that's like, well, again, that's not a wonder goal. Like that's not some like, oh, what really?
Yeah.
I mean, like if I'm gonna post this on I'll post the question on my Twitter account or X account. So if you guys do follow me on there, you can just give me suggestions. I'll put the question on I'll put the question the same way I posted it. The way I said it here is that not necessarily. Not necessarily goals for the moment or the occasion, even though I did put Ali's header, which was a great goal. But I mean, goals that are just beautiful goals, just beautiful goals. We're gonna say, Brian?
Yeah, beautiful goals, aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
No context.
No context necessary. Beautiful goals. And then I wanted to see if we can do a rankings of them as well. Because we have a couple of episodes that are gonna be pretty fun too. No look back flick against Watford. Okay. I mean, yeah, Bobby's got some great passes as well, if that's what you're talking about too. He's got some absolute great passes. But
oh yeah, that little, I know the one KJ means. It was a no look. But it was also a very, very nice goal. The one where he lets it go past him and he flicks it in behind his leg. Mm-hmm. That one. Mm-hmm. But the pure joy of Bobby and the unnecessary no look finish is something that I've always missed. That joy, like the fact it wasn't the no look finish, it was the fact that there was absolutely no need whatsoever to do it. Mm-hmm. That's Bobby just brought that extra bit of joy and fun to the game. That everybody would just laugh. That that's kind of been taken out of it. The goal machines and the robots. Bobby was just there to have fun. As much as anything else you could have, Bobby was there to have fun. You know, and the rest came after. He brought everybody along with him for the ride. A lot of times, Yeah, I know the one KJ saw. That was he added the no look to. There was just no need to do it. Yeah, there was no. He wasn't fooling anybody.
You could tell he's enjoying. He's trying to make football fun. For
but it wasn't like, isn't it? Yeah, if you drop a shoulder, to fool a defender and you go past him, that's nice. But that's fine. But like the no look, like he's already scoring the goal without the no look, right? So it's just the pure flair and the showmanship and the joy of it. That's what people talk about when they talk about the Brazilian football. Was there any need to do that? No, there wasn't. Of course, there was no need whatsoever. Did it look fucking cool? Of course it did. So that's the whole point. You add that flourish. If you can add that flourish, you add that flourish.
That's it, isn't it? That's
Bobby
what
was on.
we're all looking for, a little bit of extra showmanship, all that.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not
Enjoy.
not being disrespectful, is it? Like, it's just having a
No,
laugh. You know?
exactly. A bit of flourish to it. That's what you go there for, man.
Who was this for? All right, people. We are going to allow for you to so Ned, I know that it's gotten so late that some people have already gone to bed. So, and I don't want to keep up my panelists any later than they need to be up as well. So I'm going to bring it to a close here. We'll go through Irishman. Do you have any final thoughts? We'll go to Lee next, and then we'll go to Nolante to close out the show.
No, thanks for being here, and see you again tomorrow night. That's it.
Easy enough. Lee?
Yeah, thanks everyone. I've enjoyed it. It's been cathartic to have a good whinge about players that have annoyed you over the years, or managers, and for different reasons, and that. It's been a laugh. I've enjoyed myself. Thanks everyone. I'll see you again.
Definitely.
Thanks for being here, man. You
And
made it happen.
yeah. Nolante, it's on you. Hopefully Nolante is ready. Yes, he is.
Ladies and gentlemen, once to come again to another end of another panel, another day. Hope you enjoyed this one. The faces we love to hate, or should I say the faces we love to smash. Some great names. Some great names to reminisce from the 70s to the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s. The Bartons, the Batties, the Terrys, the Dog Faces, the Shites, and some that you remember in this game and age. Why don't we all get them up in the room? Royal Rumble, baseball bats, and sorry, I don't want to be copyrighted. My apologies.
No.
My apologies. But as once of the dog shite manager said, but I'm the special one. You disrespect me in the press conference. I have 3. They have 2. Respect. But I know there's enough respect on that panel. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, be safe. Don't do anything to do. Be lucky. Godspeed, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Good night.
Good night to everyone. Definitely big up to the panel. Big up to everyone that joined us, whether you're still with us now or whether you're already taking it down. We appreciate you. And especially, too, if you're watching us on the replay, please do add your comments. We appreciate the likes. If you like it, cool. If you don't, then you don't have to push the like. I understand. But all the same, if you're a Red, please do support us. Please do continue to press on by sharing this with your friends and your family and those that you think could help us continue to grow as a community here. And we appreciate each and every one of you each and every time. So we will see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place. Appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you then. Take care, guys. Oh, but one more thing. Up the Reds. Up the Reds. Peace.